Tonight on JG9 Live, we have the first of two games on Monday Night Football, and it's an interconference battle between the two reigning winners of the South. In one corner, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by former first overall pick Baker Mayfield, coming off a thrilling win at the wire against the Atlanta Falcons, looking to start 2-0 and maintain sole possession of first in their division. In the other corner, the Houston Texans, led by third-year man C.J. Stroud, looking to avoid an 0-2 start and looking to turn things around as they win their third straight division title. Who will win? It's Mayfield and the Bucs, it's Stroud and the Texans, and it's right here on JG9 Live. All right, everybody, I'm on it with a tour. Appreciate you, man. Cheering for the Texans because I'm scared of Tampa. As an Eagles fan, I completely get it. As an Eagles fan, I get it. I am not cheering for the Texans because as a Jaguars fan, I think you can understand the logic there. But appreciate you, man. I'm assuming you want the Mets game. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Bucs, Texans, Week 2, Game 1 of 2, and we're calling both games tonight. I'll link the second stream when the time comes. Appreciate you, man. My name is JG9. If you have never been to a JG9 Live stream before, how it works is like this. For everyone in the chat, any questions you might have, I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation, I get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Vote in that poll here, and we can scheme the Buccaneers or the Texans. If you are a member, you can share support for either one of these teams using the emojis in the chat. We got the emojis for the Bucs and the Texans. Click that link above to watch today's video on Fox, ruining everything with AI, and to watch the Liam Cohen dumb decision of the Jaguars-Bengals game. Appreciate all you guys being here. I should also note that every donation counts toward you make the call. Help me decide which game we are calling on Wednesday night for baseball. Padres, Mets, Yankees, Twins, Mariners, Royals, or Rangers, Astros. Which game do you want me to do? Every donation counts as triple. You have only this state to decide. If you donate $5, counts as 15. If you donate 10, it counts as 30, and it goes from there. I should also note that every I do this thing every Thursday night called Live Band Karaoke. I sing with the live band. $50, I'll sing any song you want me to. But for $25, there's a song that is half off. Connor with the 2, appreciate you, man. Can NFL rule change in season? And we got rid of that. You make the call, Connor. That one was only for last time. We're doing Texas Tech Utah. We're doing that one already. We're doing Texas Tech Utah already. So which game do you want? Appreciate you, man. Can a rule change in season? It cannot. It cannot. And then Keller with it too. I already know which game you want. That's not going to be an issue. You want Padres Mets. I know Keller wants that. So we will get that. Appreciate you, Keller, on that. But a rule cannot change like a competitive rule. Like player safety rules can change in season. But a rule about like banning the tush push, that can't change in season. No. No, you can't change like a competition related rule in season. And then Keller with the 2, I'll get you on the Mariners game. Appreciate you, man. And so we're going to spin this wheel. Whatever song it lands on, $25 is half off. And then we're going to get to all your questions in the chat. But let's do this. Yeah, BTJ has a wrist injury, which I am not... They kind of did not reveal that. I mean, he did practice all week, so I'm not sure you're going to get fined for that. But still, that doesn't explain anything about shying away from contact. But let me just get to the wheel first, and then we'll get to all the comments in the chat. Appreciate all you guys being here. And for $25, the song that is half off for this stream only is Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds. So Don't You Forget About Me is a song that is half off for this stream. So, let me do that. So if you want me to do some Simple Minds, that's the song. That's half off. All right. Let's see what we got in the chat. Let's get to everything here. Have the Bucs doing maybe 6% around with the Bucs right now. Marlins right now, they need a lot. They need a lot of help. Yeah, and JJ McCarthy out. I don't know if it's too early to call him injury prone, but obviously 2 injuries before he plays his 3rd game, not ideal. Not ideal at all. Yeah, a lot of injuries for the Vikings. They're in some serious trouble. Earlier, I asked ChatGPT to generate a picture of Aaron Rodgers wearing a Steelers cap, got the logo correct. I don't know what kind of AI Fox used, but whatever it was clearly the wrong one. Cheer for 10 for 3 reasons for you, so I can mess with my dad some more, and Bucky. I mean, you gotta love Bucky. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Carson Wentz is going to start next week. Wentz against Browning. Wow, that is quite the game. We thought we were going to get Burrow McCarthy, and we get Wentz against Browning. That is in week 3. Jeez. Yeah, Fields in concussion protocol now. Yeah, Jets are in trouble. I mean, I was never high on Fields to begin with. Hopefully he's okay. But I think they actually might move the ball a bit better with Tyrod Taylor. I could definitely see him move the ball better with Taylor. Let's see what we got here. I like an early game tonight, not to mention 2. Amen to that. More football is good football. Absolutely. Text Fred, $100 the Bucks. D'Amico Brown should not be coach. Give me basically endorse Shire. Yeah, we'll see if he does anything tonight. We'll see that. You have the Dolphins winning against the Bills 27-24. You know, that's progress. That is progress. Furry Breaker don't let you know who get near him. Yep. Yeah, the crowd right now, it's not big in Houston, but remember, it's 6 o'clock there, not 7 o'clock. Early start time, work day. I get it. I do get it. And then Irvin with a $5. Chams is a better word for championship. Don't argue. It's final. Can't wait for the World Series chams or Stanley Cup chams and World Cup chams. Be a champ. Play like a cham today. Absolutely. Play like a cham today. And then Keller with another 2. Holy cow, you guys are coming in hot today. Man. Terrified by this road trip. Who do I want in Texas? I would whoever you want whoever wins game 1. I would say you want whoever wins game 1. So whoever wins game 1 of the series is who you want. The worst thing that can happen is a split or a 2-1. You want as much separation as possible. And then you want Mariners, and Keller wants Mariners. All right, appreciate you guys. You are insane right now. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys. All right, let me get you in. Yellow sarcasm. That video? Yes. Oh, man. That felt good to put together. 5 counts was 15, so 27 on the M's. Selling Tampa as Drake and Josh? Yeah, I would say so. For that. Appreciate Bucks. You could do the Jags a favor and win this game. I would like that too. Yeah, I think you want the Rangers to win. Yeah. Tom Grassi Falcons for the other move if this happened. Yes. And public trends in Houston's not the best, according to people that I know that live there. Yeah, AFC West Metro. I think it's going to be Fowler, Riddick, Orlovsky. Yep. Because Buck and Aikman are on the call here. They're on the call here. Chams feel like it's emoji or worthy of merch. Yes, I feel like it is. Stars Mariners for this weekend will be for the division. I think so too. Bengals straight for quarterback or sign a quarterback for agency. Well, they have to sign a quarterback because they don't have anyone really behind Browning. So they got to sign someone. So fact on that. In terms of trade, I could see him going for Cousins. I could see him. And then Connor with the 2, I demand JG9 to be the president of Fox Sports. You know, can't be any worse than what they got right now. Cannot be any worse than the guy they got right now. Because that is an absolute mess. Oops, wrong thing. You guys are coming in hot tonight. I appreciate you guys a ton. Perdomo should be an MVP finalist. I'm with you on that. He will not be because no one pays attention to the D-backs. And they are not, like, that good this year. But he really should be a finalist. And Connor won the Mets, so I'll get you on there. Appreciate you, man. Kickoff here, fielded by the Texans and the Whites. And we are underway here to the 5, 10, 15, 20. Cutting up field to the 25, has some space to the 30, down the sideline to the 37-yard line. Nice return on the play for the Texans. Coming courtesy of Jalen Noel, the rookie out of Iowa State. And C.J. Stroud coming on the field for his first series of work. I don't trust on the road. I don't blame you. Mariners are clutch spots as of late. Based on history, I get it. First half of the Texans at the 37-yard line. Last week, Texans lost to the Rams 14-9, driving down the field late, and then the peanut punch by Landman. Stroud last week, 19 for 27, no touchdowns, 1 pick. Fox contract, I don't know when it expires, but I think it's getting renewed. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. Stroud 3-step drop, looking on the out route. It's a high throw, and it's incomplete. Overthrown on that play, looking for his intended target, number 12, Nico Collins, the veteran wideout who signed an extension a while ago, has been very, very sharp for Houston. Pro Bowler last season, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. 3 catches for 25 last week. Can't get that one yet. 2031 Fox contract? Yeah, I think so. There's a blob with a blue icon that I missed. Okay, let me... Hang on. I have to go on live chat. I might have to go on live chat for that. Oh, yeah. I have to go on live chat. Would Steichen get a dumb decision at the Colts didn't win yesterday? Yes, he would have. I think he would have. 2nd and 10. Motion to the bottom of the screen. Stroud 3-step drop. Slam pass caught by Hutchinson. And Hutchinson down to the 45. 3rd and 1. Xavier Hutchinson. You allow him to see starts the game. I mean, it's 6 o'clock there on a work day. I get it. Gonna go to Mariners playoff game this year. I mean, if they go, absolutely. Why not? Once in a lifetime. Well, how's it going, Jake? Appreciate you tuning in. Uber Eats Sunday, frankly, with you as well, my man. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys are ripping on the practice squad. We'll roll with Browning for now, and then things go right. We'll trade for Jameson or Malik Willis. Yeah, I'm not sure they would trade away Willis, but Jameson would trade away because he's 3rd string. Willis is a backup. Yeah, the Texans saw it everyone with the character issues and penalty shooting. Like, yeah, let's trade for him. I love that trade. I love one. I was like, okay, I'll take that. But after Hutchinson makes the grab, 3rd and 1, first give of the day, and stuff behind the line, but second effort, I don't think he got there. Last week, the Texans had 114 yards rushing. They're actually going to give him the spot. They're going to give him the spot on that one. And that is Nick Chubb, acquired from the Cleveland Browns, a veteran running back. Yes, so CBS will have an NFL throwback. What's your expectation for that? I'm expecting the throwback suits. I'm expecting everyone to go throwback suits. Throwback set design. A lot of flashbacks. And a lot of reminiscing. It's going to be fun. I'm excited for it. Throwback graphics. I don't think we're going to get throwback graphics for the games themselves. I think it's only going to be for NFL. For the scorebug, I'm not expecting anything. I'm expecting nothing for the scorebug. I think it's just for the pregame show. Misdirection handoff. This time bottled up behind the line. Nick Chubb going absolutely nowhere. Thrown down the 43-yard line. Hassan Reddick, the veteran linebacker on the stop, brings up 2nd and 13. Tampa did a very good job last week against the Falcons on the ground. They allowed just 69 yards rushing on 2.5 yards per carry. And so far, Houston, -1 yard on 2 carries. It's early, but so far so good. Actually, 0 yards. They're going to mark it a loss of 2, not 3. 2nd and 12 with a 44-yard line. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, if you like, button, subscribe. They send 4. Screen pass here, caught. Gets a block to the 50. He's got space to the 40. Oh, he can go to the 35. Chubb cuts it back and brought down the 30-yard line by Winfield. They're in plus territory on that screen. Gain of 26. Texans moving to start this drive. I got the butt. Don't worry. Review of the throwback. I don't know yet. I don't know. Caleb Williams should lead a revolution. Can never throw at anything. He can. Yeah, he's not that good. He's not good. They'd show what it looked like for 1 minute and bring person. You could do that. That was a great block. Getting into the second level there was Jarrett Patterson, the center. Oh my God, another block. Another bot, I mean. I got it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, child. To the top of the screen, one to the bottom is motion to the top of the screen. Is Higgins going deep? End zone Collins. He caught it, but did he get the shin in bounds? They're going to say he did for the moment. They're going to say it's a touchdown. Let's go, Jacob. Let's see. Again, did he get a knee in? 1 equals 2 feet. And did he get the shin? Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. This angle, I'm not sure if the knee is on the white. I think the knee might be touching the white. It's a heck of an effort. Let's double check this. Obviously, it's getting reviewed, so I'm not doing the graphic yet. Let's see. This is the angle. This is the angle we need, and that knee... Oh, I don't even think it matters. He got both feet. He got both feet. Holy cow. He dragged the foot when he caught the ball. Holy cow. Wait. I think he dragged the foot when he caught the ball. The knee is half on the white. But was he... Okay, so the knee is out. But was the foot inbounds when... I think it's in midair. That is close. The knee is not in. The toes might be. This is awfully close. I think it's going to stand. I think this one's going to stand. Baker have so far this year. Well, they just started the game, but he's got 167 on the year. It was called a catch. I'm going to just play the touchdown music, and we're going to go from there. I'm just going to do that. Let's just say opening drive touchdown for the Texans, but I have no idea. I think this is going to stand. I think this one's going to stand. Right, if it's not the toes, it matter more. Yep. Right, if the knee is inbounds, obviously it doesn't matter about the toes. 1 equals 2 feet. I think the toe might have been dragging. I think this is going to be a touchdown. I think this will be a touchdown. Oh, today the game just started. He's got nothing. Yeah, I don't think this is getting overturned. I think that's a touchdown. It's a heck of a grab by Collins. That'll be Houston's first touchdown of the season. Did not find the end zone last year. Or last week, I should say. Man, these spots are coming in hot today. Jeez, okay. Yeah, if you like what I say, hit that like button, subscribe. I think that's going to be a touchdown. That's a perfect start for the Texans. I don't think this one's getting overturned. But we will see. Red Bulls go, oh my. Yep. How they never won an MLS Cup? It is crazy how they never won a cup. It just gets 1 to 25,000. Yep. That is an accomplishment. Just say text pick a pretty good way. Your moment sauce for all victims. Yeah, that's a very good way to do it. That's a very good way to do it. Heisman Battle today? Oh man. DJ Lagway? No. Or announcers saying Canadians have no baseball IQ because they boot a pickoff? Yeah, that is dumb. I mean, everyone boots pickoffs. That's how it works. Yeah, touchdown's going to stand. It'll be 6-0. Extra point coming up. A 30-yard strike. The Heisman ballot as of today. Man. I would have... I mean, I like the way Simpson's playing. I really like the way Simpson's playing. Maybe Morden, Simpson, Haynes. I think that'd be the 3 right now. Extra point is good. And Beck, definitely Beck. He was a top 5 receiver in football. Oh, we've been talking about him top 10 for a while, so I could see it. See if it's a 4-goal score for the games. That would be terrible. That would be awful. Bucks pass defense concerning? Not yet. Not yet. If you guys are watching Monday Football and the lights are still out where I am. Yeah, they're out everywhere. The lights are out everywhere. Here. Yeah, it's an early start time. Roberts was shocked when he was told it would end up on the internet straight the game not being here again. Sitcom themes. Friends. Cheers, Fresh Prince, and Drake and Josh. That's just my personal. 93% you thought that was a touchdown. I agree, and the referees thought so too. This Kellner has the most time in front as well. Thank you, Hot Wax. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, if you like what you say, like button, subscribe. First time it's 2020 on Monday Night Doubleheader. Yeah, true Monday Night Doubleheader. First time we've had that. Kickoff in the landing, or actually in the end zone, I should say. That will be a touchback. Hang on, give me a second here, guys. Hang on. Where is it? There we go. So about the 35-yard line. Baker Mayfield, his first drive. Wait for quarters to turn back the clock, Kimmit. Yeah, I want a score bug on everything. I'm way ahead of me? Really? 22 Liberal Mirrors better than the football in the Chicago Bears. Can't play worse. Yeah, they're going to have some of those this year. The ones that start at 7 and 7:30 or 8 and 8:30. There's going to be some of those. All right, first down to the top of the screen, to the bottom, back to his left. Mayfield takes a snap. They send forward. Mayfield pressured, has to escape. Flushed out. Pressured, has to throw this one away. Being chased there by Sheldon Rankins. Sellers, Nussmeier, Smith, and Brown. I can see that. Yeah, how's it out today? Yeah, I would have... I'd have Smith on there. I would have Haynes. It was Smith, Haynes, Beck, Morden. That's probably the 4 right now. Head over the middle to the 39-yard line. Is your draft number Laverne Shirley? Yeah, that's a good one. 3rd and 6. I'm not 2.5 men. Also good picks. 7 till 1 o'clock for the Chargers. Good for you, man. You should. You should. Should be a good game. Be a good game. No. Justice Haynes from Michigan. Justice Haynes from Michigan. That first 6 drives any indication. Nico Hanson's a great game. It's going to be a long night for me fantasy. Yeah. Yeah, we use the not for long NFL. Yep. Right, no one's sending out just yet. Once conference play starts, we'll see some guys. 3rd and 6 trips to the top of the screen. How's it going, Red Rhino? Tomorrow's going to be fun because it's got Jerry Do. Ooh. They send 5. Mayfield over the middle of the field. That one diamond grab caught over the middle by Mike Evans. The probable future Hall of Fame wideout gets 9. Jared Goff, all-time amongst longest quarterbacks. Top 5. Mayfield gets over 25,000. And Mike Evans, with a grab at 5 for 51 last week, has over 1,000 yards receiving every single year. 7 among all-time Rams. Not top 3. He's not top 3. Warner's above him. Van Brocklin's above him. Waterfield's above him. So, probably 4. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Mayfield trying to step up. Fires deep shot down the field. Double coverage, and that is broken up. Almost intercepted by Alshire, who dropped back in coverage and probably should have had that pick. 2nd and 10. Severs for a long score with Bobby Lane. He was. But I'm not sure if he's number 1. Next week's Sunday Football, the worst Sunday Football of the year on paper. You got Dolphins-Bengals in a little bit. You got Dolphins-Bengals later on in the year. Dolphins are going to be playing for nothing. Bengals have Jake Brown. That's going to get flexed out. Score being early 80s fun for this week. I could see that potentially. I could see that. My God, these spots are insane today. 2nd down, 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Ball at the 47-yard line. Mayfield. Not a great start. 1 for 3. Make it 2 for 4. Is over the middle of the field. First down, K-Dot in the tight end. And the Buccaneers will get into plus territory. Oh, should we play? Nope. Call it a gain at 12. And a first down is K-Dot in. Last week, had no catches on 3 targets. He gets his first grab of the season. Maybe it's saying, I think it's like week 16. Would I crush out live? I probably want to crush out live. Severs, the greatest line scoreback. John Kitna. No. Hand over the middle, down to the 35. It's either Stafford or Lane. It's really one of those two. It's either Stafford or Lane. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Yeah, they're going to use a score bug. Why put on the chart to raise helmets? As soon as this one's done. As soon as this one's done. This was called similar last year. Saints, I could see that. I remember the Saints started off 2-0 last year. Everyone was riding high on them. Derek Carr was MVP, and then they crashed back down. I could see that. 3rd best Steelers scoreback of all time, Bobby Lane. Yeah, I mean, you got Bradshaw and obviously Big Ben, 1-2. Yeah, it's going to get flexed out, yeah. I think Dolphins will get flexed out. 2nd and 4 play action. Baker trying to 7 play action. Escapes the sack. Going to take off and throw on the run. It's caught. Nice job there keeping his eyes downfield. Could have run for the first instead. Keeps his eyes downfield. And finds Sterling Shepard for a first down. This Buccaneers receiving unit, very deep. Obviously, Mike Evans, Godwin when he comes back. Ibuka, Sterling Shepard. They got a lot of guys there. And nice job there by Shepard. Make himself open on Harry To'oTo'o. The Buccaneers just outside the red zone. Again, the last time these teams met, it came down to the wire. One of the best games of the 2023 season. You know, I put in the charts where after this game is done. I'm going to watch anyway. But I kind of have to. My clock never started. I just realized that. My apologies on that. Mayfield, they send 4 going deep to the end zone. Evans, jump ball, got it. There was a flag on the play. See if this is OPI. And this is going to come back. This is coming back. Yeah, things are off the rails here. Yes. Lane had a great team. His passing official was pedestrian. Yeah, but he was still a very good quarterback. He still could have been if he was used properly. Yeah, pass interference on the offense. Back it up 10 yards. Last one to go through, Jacob. Last one to not go through. Last one to not go through. Yeah, that's clearly a push. Clearly a push-off. Derek Stingley, the former first-round pick, one of the best corners in football, got pushed, and that's an easy call for the refs. Yeah, Mike McDaniel already did all the drugs. Yeah, that's OPI. Yes, that is absolutely OPI. I stopped paying bucks as soon as Ray retired, but still hate the Pats. Yep. I'm right there with you. That looked light? No, that was not light. He pushed him. First a toy handoff here. Trying to bounce. They'll get the yardage back that they lost on the penalty. Bucky Irving picks up 10, and they're back in the red zone. Chargers, they're going up after the game. I already have them set up. I have them like lined up. I'm going to just do like a quick change. Game day to Florida, Miami. I get it. You want to go to Miami, and you got a good rivalry. I don't think the game's going to be any good. Packers game next Sunday, potential trap. No, I think they're going to be fine. I'm not worried about a trap game. 2nd and 10. Back to his left, motioning to the bottom of the screen. Goes Ibuka, the first round pick. Mayfield, third read, not there. Now going back in the end zone, open, caught, touchdown. Both teams starting with an opening drive touchdowns. Ryan Miller. And the Buccaneers answer on their first drive of the game. We got a fun one so far. 7-6 the score. The extra point pending. 6-7. There you go. 6-7 score. Ryan Miller had no catches last week. What a way to make your first grab of the season. For Miller, his 3rd career touchdown, the undrafted man out of Furman. His 13th career catch. Lucky number 13 for him. The extra point is good. And it's 7-0. Perfect game so far, yep. This will be a shootout decided by a top some decision. Oh, you know it. You know what's happening. You know it's going to be Texans win, and I lose my mind because this is just the perfect week for me. With my teams. Commanders, Chargers, replace Lions, Bengals as the main 425. No, the TV maps are determined already for the first 4 weeks. They can't change the maps. The first 4 weeks, I mean, there are some things you can change, but you can't change, like, the announcers. It'd be very hard to change that game. Yeah, it is a meme. Yes, it is a meme. It is a meme. For some reason. It is a meme. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel. Try to grow this community even more. It needs to get 2 wins all year. No one said they're getting 2 wins all year. No. Burrow playing again this year? I do not. I go back and hear the yo-ho. There you go. Hopefully we play a bit more this scheme. Hopefully we play a bit more. Sky Milk continues to help answers through this day. Yes, Packer fans. I mean, that touchdown at the end of the half. Yeah. Oh, yeah, week 5? Yeah, that could happen. Yes, that could happen. That could happen. Yeah, obviously the appeal of the Bengals nationally is reduced significantly without Joe Burrow. Yeah, it's just a thing that people say. It's nothing like... So 7-all the score. Perfect start to this game so far. Both teams going down the field with a touchdown. Variable dumb decision? No, I was fine throwing the ball. People say sus? Yes, they do. They do. No, if they had no timeouts, it's a dumb decision. But because they had a timeout, I'm fine with it. I was fine with that. I was fine with the throw. Same thing with Sean Humber at the end of the first half. You might be saying, okay, well wait. You called an out route for like 2 yards? Too risky. Why are you doing that? The 2 yards made a difference in terms of range. You get into field goal range with those 2 or 3 yards, so I get that call. How's it going, Mike? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, my favorite was at Disneyland. Love that ride. Love that ride. I love the Disneyland. I think the Disneyland version's better, just because you have 2 drops, but the Disney World version is great. I rode that quite a lot. Phase 32, should they run the ball? Yes. Yes. And that's about how you were doing? Yes. Baker is now in the top 70 for passing touchdowns. Which memes are glad that I'm dead? Oh, I don't know. I don't know on that. But might play, but yeah, they'll be out of playoff contention. Or they're not going to be in division contention, I don't think. Yeah, Dolphins Bengals is going to flex down. 100% on that one. 100%. Yeah, TikTok is going to come, probably a TikTok. I don't know which means I'm glad are dead. Buck is an AP type performance and run the Texans to death. Hopefully. Hopefully, as a Jaguar fan, you know where my allegiances lie in this game. All right, kickoff here. Field at the 7-yard line, taken in the landing zone to the 15, 20, 25, and brought down by the legs. Breaks the tackle, stiff arm at the 30. Still on his feet somehow and pushed out the 35. A great return there by Jalen Noel. Texans, this offseason, doubled up at wide receiver with Iowa State guys, Higgins and Noel. Got Mono with a 2. Appreciate you, man. Hot take, there should be 0 off days from wild card game 3 to LDS game 1. Problem is selling tickets. Problem is it's always impossible to make travel arrangements. The teams have to book hotels and just logistically, I don't know how you do it. You don't know how you do it without any off days. First down play action. Stroud fires looking in the flat. There's going to be holding on the play, I believe. It's a gain of 2, but there is a flag in the secondary, so this one might be, or in the backfield, I should say. This one might be coming back. Ever come back on stream? I'm not sure. I'm not seeing her until like December, so I don't know. I don't know. Holding on the defense. So add 5 to the run. So I'm at first down. Over is 42.5 for this game. Oh yeah, I like the over. Pats are good. I don't know about that, but if May plays like he did, they're good. May plays like he did, they're good. Yep, and that's the right call. Hassan Reddick wrapping Nico Collins around, trying to get him in the flat. If Burrow is healthy, is your team blown out? No, we were winning that game with Burrow in there. We were literally winning the game with Burrow in there. He got hurt and we were up. Handoff here, gain of 3. I actually think in a weird way, Browning actually helped the Bengals versus Burrow. Because I'm not saying Burrow is the worst quarterback, obviously, but Burrow, we didn't get pressure on Browning. Not for our teams with the bye. No, but how else are you going to do it in terms of just logistically? And what happens if there's a rain delay in game 3? There's a rain delay game 3, there's no off day. Then everything's screwed. And he got back belly. Yeah, he's a shutdown corner when healthy. 2nd and 7. One of the top 2 of the bottom. Stroud. Second read. Checks it on the out route. Caught by his back. And here goes Woody Marks, the rookie back. He's got in the red zone down to the 18-yard line. Woody Marks has solid preseason. The 4th round pick out of USC. And the Texans are driving on a gain of 37. At least for the late game odds. Yep. There was more passing touchdowns than Lamar. That is true. That is true. Lamar's also playing his butt off. Josh Allen's due for devastating injury? No. No, I don't think he is. He protects himself. The AI rendition of Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre's likes us in that segment. I did a whole video on it. It was awful. Absolutely awful. Absolutely terrible. They got nothing right. Everything was inaccurate. And we have actual photos of this stuff existing. Head on the middle. Chubb gets to the second level, down to the 11, maybe the 10-yard line. Thrown down by Winfield. Yeah, Woody Marks is fun to watch. I do like Woody. And Woody is back. Yep. Brian's better pocket person. Burrow's better arm strength. Yep. Yeah, Burrow tends to hold the ball onto a lot like because of perfectionists, like allergic to throwing away. Yep. Yeah, like we were getting pressure on Burrow every play. Browning, we were not getting pressure. Super Bowl champs, maybe. Let's go. Super Bowl champs. Then delay the LDL. Handoff marks, or Chubb on the stretch play. Cuts upfield to the 6-yard line. But flag on the play. As it stands, it's a first down on a gain of 4, but this one might be coming back. Yeah, Josh Allen's built like a tank, yes. He does run his numbers more than a game. Holding on the offense, yep, that's lucky. No, but he protects himself. You can run if you protect yourself. Titus Howard, before a first-round pick getting called on that one. 2nd and 12. Those are the champions? I don't think so this year. Oh, what do you think of the way the AI generated the faces? Oh, that was fine. Oh, I didn't hate that. I thought that was okay. They got the faces sort of realistic. That wasn't the worst. Second and 12 after the penalty. Texans backed up. First penalty on the Texans today. In the gun, here is Stroud. One at the top, two at the bottom, back to his left. They send 4. Stroud, pressure from the blind side, gets rid of it. It's caught by his tight end. Down to the 18-yard line, gain of 2 on the out route. It's actually Justin Watson, former Chief. Wide receiver on the grab, brings up 3rd and 10. Most timeless memes? Rick rolling will always be timeless. The AI face for the best thing, but it was still all bad. Yes, it was all bad. Yeah, beating Minnesota next week because they're injured. I think so. I do not like Wentz. I think Wentz is washed at this point. I think the Bengals win that game. If you want to count 7, if you want to count the Pro Bowl. Yeah, I'm not counting the Pro Bowl for games that the Chiefs lost. Because they didn't play in the Pro Bowl. 3rd and 9. Stroud going. End zone. Incomplete, overthrown. Looking for the man he just hit with Watson. There are no flags on the field. That will send the field goal unit out. Fairbairn going to try to give the Texans the lead. Made 3 field goals last week. Was a perfect 3 for 3. The Texans kicker since 2017. Hit 85% of his kicks last year, 96% the year before that. He's as steady as they come. This one should be a chip shot, and it is. Texans get 3. They retake the lead. 10-7 on drive number 2. Gonna dinner for my sister's birthday soon. Have a good time, man. Any players I think are due for a bad injury? No. Not that I can think of. I don't want to, think like that. Dumb decisions? Not this week. Not yet, at least. Not yet. The change will go. Don't know if I'll be back, but I'll be back at some point for the later game. All good, man. Yeah, I'm sure the dinner won't take 6 hours. All right, Texans 10, Bucks 7. Drive number 2 coming up for the Bucks. And again, if you like my folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. When's we can start a busted terrific? No. No. He almost won MVP. He was going to win the MVP before he got hurt. I mean, if you come close to winning an MVP, you can't be considered a bust. Cohen was the only one? Yep. There were some that were close, but nothing. Yeah, Colts get a dumb decision. Nope. Nope. Colts don't get a dumb decision. Cohen, yeah, this week. So far, at least. Unless I'm missing something. Unless there's something I'm missing. He was the only one. You have Dolphins win 27-24. I do not. I have the Bills winning by a lot. As Urban has retaken the lead on most time in front, so hang on a second. Hang on. I got the bot. Pretty sure first coach get fired, McDaniel. I think McDaniel is a dead man walking. If they get blown out, I think he's gone. They already had players on the meeting. They look awful. If they lose by a bunch of scores, he's gone. I think. Any chance the Bills rest Allen? No. No, you can't think like that. It's week 3. You can't rest Allen. No, you don't do that. It is expansion bowl, yep. Wentz with a good pick with short prime pre-injury that was never replicated. Yep. Oh yeah, you can't even for getting Wentz. I mean, he got him to the number 1 seed, got him to, obviously falls to the rest, but he got him in position to get the Super Bowl. Or just fell off his injuries, yep. And coaching. Hard time taking coaching. I think he's burnt out and just doesn't want to quit. He looks burnt out. He looks just tired. Yeah, that is true, Sportsuck. That is true. The NFL Derrick Rose, I think Wentz, because he never returned to form, is now a journeyman like Rose. Yeah, I think that makes more sense, yeah. The Finns interim, I don't know. I don't know who the Finns interim will be. I'm guessing Weaver. I know Weaver was in line for some coaching jobs, potentially. Line drive kick in the landing zone, field at the 5-yard line, taken out to the 15, 20, and brought down at the 23. Hard hit there by Speed. EJ Speed, the former Colt, making the big hit there. I peaked early, yes. Any OT tonight? After the second game. Not for this one. Thoughts in the comments about Brian Thomas being injured? I think he's just trying to cover up for something. Because Cohen looked visibly frustrated about Brian Thomas in the press conference. I think he's handling it internally as just trying to, like, minimize the damage in the press. But he's handling it internally. He practiced all week, so I'm not sure you're going to get fined for that. I don't think you're going to get fined for that. McDaniel will not last the season. No. He just got jacked up there. Just got jacked. 2 at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Now motion to the bottom, 3 wide at the bottom. Shepard goes. Out route caught. Mike Evans, once again, working on Stingley. Down to the 29. No moon, yes. Yeah, McDaniel will not last the season. I got the bet. Yeah, Derrick Rose, considered borderline Hall of Famer. Granted, he also won MVP outright, had a couple of years pre-injury. Yep. Yeah, but Wentz will never make the Hall of Fame. He's going through his Blackman arc. Well, Blackman was a good receiver. He just couldn't exercise his demons. BTJ is a very good receiver, but he is starting to play scared. Second down, misdirection. Nice run here, but then blown up. I thought there was going to be a hole for Bucky Irving to run through, but Jalen Petrie on the side. It looked like there was a hole, and then Petrie immediately closed that with a hard hit. Miami, Steph, and what they replace McDaniel with? I think Weaver is going to get the job. Miami 1 Thursday night, I'd be flabbergasted. Scale 1 to 10, 9.5. You slow and bearable the Miami step. That would be the funniest option. Juan wants to make the Hall of Fame because he didn't play long enough at a high peak, and he has no chance. If John Brody never made it, never even got considered, and he won an MVP, there's no way Wentz ever does. Thought Donor with a tour. Appreciate you, man, for the 3rd and 2. Packers look better versus the Lions. They did look a lot better. Checks it down. Caught, needed 2, got 3 down to the 34-yard line. And it's Ibuka, who had 2 touchdowns last week. A perfect debut for him, including the game winner. Which game do you want, Thought Donor? Appreciate you, man. They got the 3rd down. There you go. Top draft pick this year in the last Jaguars game. Travis Hunter, I thought that was not PI. I did not think that was pass interference. But it was close enough that I get why they called it, but I don't think it was PI. I think it's definitely... I like him. I do like Travis Hunter a lot. Trips to the top of the screen. Hand him up the middle, goes to Irving, and brought down by the legs at the 38-yard line with 1:12 to go. Gain of 4. Brought down until December? Yes, he is. 94, the first year of 7 rounds start of the modern draft. No, modern draft is since the merger. Since the merger is really the modern draft. Once the teams were not competing with each other for draft picks, that's when it really counts. When you started signing, when you were able to sign your guys no matter what. So I'd say about 67 was the first year. Not even the meme. That's actually like what it was. 67 was what I call the modern draft. 2nd and 5. Batted down at the line, and Mayfield catches it. It's actually worse that he caught the ball. So that's going to be a loss of 4. But there's a flag on the play. Hunter should get more reps at corner than receiver unless BTJ continues to suck. I think you can't trust Tyson Campbell. And Parker Washington's been great so far this year. So I get it. But hope I did that. Let's check the flag here. And Mayfield caught this pass as it got broken up by Petrie. Again, there is a flag. Which game do you want, Thought Donor, for baseball on Wednesday? I appreciate you, man. It's going to be illegal use of hands. So it happened off ball. It's going to be a gain of 5 and an automatic first down. Right, 6-7. Yes, that was the first one. Let's check this again. And yeah, he grabbed him by the neck. Yep. He grabbed him inside the collar. Brandon Strange, I like him a lot. He's a very good blocker. Wasn't he was a lot in the passing game last week or yesterday, but I love the guy. He's a very good blocker. I mean, the running game is great. I will say, the running game is really transformative. If Liam Cohen leans into that, I think we can win a lot of games this year. I really do. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Mayfield, they send 4. Checks it down to his back. It's caught to the 50 and brought down the 49. That'll be the final play of the quarter. Bucky Irving gets him in plus territory on drive number 2. Like, I think if Liam Cohen realizes, hey, we're a darn good team running with the football, and he leans into that, I think this team can win a lot of games. I really do. Because you're able to run the ball down people's throats, not lose yards, stay on schedule, churn clock at the end. You can win games. But Cohen just didn't realize that yesterday, and it killed us. Because this team is running the ball like crazy good. I've never, not since it's an MJD, have I seen a team run as good as, a Jaguars team run as good as this. Like, not since, 2007. Even with MJD as, the lead back, he was doing a lot of the work himself. He was bowling through guys. It wasn't really the line. It ran almost the best game. It does. Not since, 2007 have I seen the Jaguars run the ball this well. Just have to realize that and lean into it. All right, we start the second quarter. It was Eagles who run, have opportune passing. Yep. You don't throw 42 times in a game that you're winning most of it. I don't get the logic. Cohen cost us that game yesterday. Cohen cost us that game. And that's what hurts. That's really what hurts about that one. We have a 2nd and 3 coming up. Again, if you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe. Again, every donation counts triple. It's what you make the call in terms of the XP right now. Irvin is in front. Got Mana in 2nd, Keller in 3rd. I know Irvin and Keller both want the Mariners game. Again, this is the only day for this to make the call. Just keep that in mind. So in terms of the bonuses, as it stands right now, again, there's 20, 20, 10, 5. So 55 bonus bucks to go around. Based on that right now, leader is Irvin. Most time in front is Keller. So plus 40, plus 45 because Keller's in 3rd. Just remember, you're the new Dolphins head coach, 26. And 5 would be, or 10 would be going to the Mets as things stand. I love Coleman cost that game. Yep, I think so too. What team's head coach is having a bad time in the NFL? New Orleans or Jacksonville? Well, I think the Jags are playing better under Cohen. I really do. I think is he gone this Friday? If they lose badly, he is. The short week, if they lose badly, he is gone. I think Ben Johnson's having the worst go of it right now. Ben Johnson is sucking right now. Second report of the Jags, just say Tiffany Blackman. She's good. Tiffany Blackman was good. She gave a lot of updates. She kept everyone informed with the injury. She had to step up big time after the Joe Burrow injury. They threw it to her a lot. She did very well. She interviewed both coaches after the half, too. So, wait, no, I love the guy. I love the guy, but he cost us the game. 6 penny wide in the Bucks. Yep, outsmarted himself. Yep, I think he outsmarted himself yesterday. Injured Buccaneer looks like one of the linemen who's leaving. Luka Decky, the right tackle. 2nd down handoff up the middle. 1st down for Bucky Irving, brought down by Alshire at the 40-yard line. Gain of 10. And Buck's first drive resulted in a touchdown. Thoughts to Kikabala? She's good. The CBS ones are usually pretty good. Why they keep being Bills fans on Thursday Football? Yeah, you would think they would not go with that matchup after how bad last year was, but I guess. They're going to get fired for 3 games. Why not just square McDaniel last season? That's a good question. They should have. But I think the fact that if you start 0-3, I don't think you expect to start 0-3. And the other thing, too, if you got rid of... you had the players only meeting week 1. That changed a lot. 1st down, Mayfield checks it down the flat to Irving. Bucky Irving trying to make toe-to-toe miss, and he does. And he'll get 4 yards for his pushed out of bounds on the play at the 36-yard line by Jalen Smith. The 3rd-round pick out of USC. So Bears not being good, or Ben Johnson not being good to coach for their struggles. A little bit of A, a little bit of B. I think it's a mix of everything. I think Ben Johnson's coaching the game like a moron. But I also think Caleb Williams is not a good quarterback. And the defense just sucks. And now with Jalen Johnson out for the season, it's bad. Rinaldi better than Washburn? Rinaldi's good. Rinaldi's really good. I mean, he's a seasoned pro. Rinaldi's a seasoned pro. Motioning over is Ibuka. Another handoff here to Irving. Just a nice long drive. Knee came down to 31. Alshire brings him down alongside Toto. A 3rd and 1. You figure 4 down territory here. Well, Washburn's not the number one for CBS. Rinaldi is the... He does some of the games. Rinaldi is... If you ever need two sideline reporters, Rinaldi is there. Christopher Washburn, no, that's not true. No, not even close. Two college coaches get the axe of week 3, not committed to keep the coach the whole season if the team themselves reports start. No, you were not. Yeah, prior to go after the loss to ODU and obviously Foster, things were getting just way too ugly. Recruits are decommitting. Once recruits decommit, you have to make a move. 3rd and 1, they're going to throw. You figure that means it's 4-down territory. Second read, not there. Has to get rid of it. Mayfield will dive for the first. What a play. Celebrating there for some reason is Will Anderson. He was celebrating that stop, but it's not a stop. He got the first down. Keeping the clock moving on this drive. Face some pressure. Charlie Heck, the right tackle again. Hideki is out for the moment. Gonna fake the toss to Irving. It's gonna be a screen to the opposite side of Buca. We'll get about 4 on the play, but there was a flag. I wonder if there was someone down the field. Let's see. Which game do you want thought donor? Otherwise, I'll just put it to a vote. Magic Clover of the Speaker. Mayfield, yeah, he's been playing well right now. He's been very smart. Mayfield right now might be a top 5 quarterback in football. Mayfield might right now, yeah, legal man downfield. Yep, I thought so. Like, I think right now, when is Chris Career gone? This season. This season. They'll clean house this year. And if they don't, I gotta question everything about the Dolphins organization. And that was a long developing play, and you had 3 guys way more than a yard down the field. Yeah, there were about 3 yards down the field. Yeah, for that team, it's crazy when they have no playoff wins. Yeah, if you have no playoff wins, you can't be the GM for a decade. You just can't. Well, 1st and 15. Behind schedule for the first time this drive, and I believe this game. Anderson might have jumped. The slam pass to Evans. I think this was going to be a free play. I think this will be a free play. Grossi scripted up. Yep. Rossi Sellers of Bruce, yeah. The football version of the Savannah Bananas. Do I accept as head coach? I don't want to live in Alaska. Yep, jumped offside. So Anderson, give that 5 yards right back. He's not lying on the reports. AJ Russell lying on the reports. Steve Russell, Chris Greer's like Yale Benson with Mickey Loomis. Yep. He doesn't want to pull the plug. It's a shame too because like he's a good owner and everything else. Like he constantly gets good grades in the NFLPA report card. But obviously he is not the smartest when it comes to the football side of things. Long drive here. It's 1st and 10. No harm done. In the pistol now is Baker. One at the top, one at the bottom. Ibuka now motions to the top of the screen. They're going to give it up the middle here. It's the first give to Rashad White. He'll get down to the 24-yard line. White, the former 3rd-round pick out of ASU. His first touch of the game. White last week, 2 carries, 14 yards. It's always against a random AFC team. Yeah, Packers-Browns. I don't think it's a trap game. I think the Packers want to win by a lot. I just think Flacco's a statue back there, and I think the Packers front's just going to feast. I think Packers got like 7 sacks that game. Now, Pam Oliver's good. Pam Oliver's good. Not the worst one is for Fox, so it's definitely not Pam Oliver. She hasn't been the same since the stroke, but she is very professional. I did a video about her like 25 years ago. They're going to go jet sweep pass to Ibuka. Ibuka gets a block from White down the field, and that's a beautiful play. It's an 8-minute drive. It's still going. And that play does not happen without the blocking of Rashad White, pushing this guy out of the way, allowing him to get the first down. The jet sweep pass, but watch Rashad White getting into the second level and delivering the hit, pushing his man out of the play. Number 22, Jalen Smith, the rookie. But Ibuka, obviously the Ohio State man, was so good last season with the Buckeyes, helped them win the Natty. Had 2 touchdowns last week. And they have a very deep wide receiving unit, especially when Godwin gets healthy. Baker, slam pass, broken up. Mike Evans, the target. Stingley on the stop. Brings up 2nd down. Right, where's the running back's walk up? Yep. What's he going to do with the Astrodome? That's been a question for like the last 20 years. It's just... It's decaying right now. You think it's something the guy got rid of it? Yeah, Pam Oliver in her prime was great, yes. Not as good anymore, but... She was very good at prime. The give. White makes one man miss, makes a second, ducks under the tackle, and gets down to the 15-yard line before he's thrown down on the play by Henry To'o. Brings up 3rd and 6. How the Dolphins, how fast the Dolphins pull the trigger on that? I can't be worse than McDaniel. 3rd and 6, long drive here. Bucks are perfect on 3rd down thus far. Facing 3rd and medium. And I'll put thought donors 3 or to a vote. 1 at the top, trips at the bottom. 8.5-minute drive. Back to his left. Now motioning wise, Ibuka, 1 on the clock. Get rid of it. Just screen pass to Ibuka. Can he get the block down the field? He can. To the 10. Ibuka to the 5. Ibuka, his 3rd touchdown of the year. EE with the TD. A 9-minute drive. The Bucks are 4 for 4 on 3rd down today. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, and Emeka Ibuka right now is a man on a mission. A perfect play design right there. Saw the pressure off the edge and making that block. It's about 2nd level blocking. That does not happen without Charlie Heck, who was going to step up when Luka Decky got injured. Charlie Heck goes into the 2nd level, pushes his guy out of the way. The backup right tackle knows his assignment, does his job, and the extra point is good. 14-10. Tampa offense on a mission right now. The Rams only scored 14 last week against the Texans all game. Bucks already matched that in 2 drives. Now before Eagles play them, this is a good team. Yeah, without the starting tackles, yep, what the Charlie heck happened. Without the starting tackles, I mean, this team, the way they run their offense is masterful. Charlie, what the heck? Man, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. A near perfect drive keeps the Texan offense off the field, and Ibuka. I'm just looking at the odds. What are his odds? I got the bot. Yeah, Bakers looks very sharp. He's not missing on any throws. He's not missing on anything. Ibuka is 7-1. Or 6-1, depending on what sports book you are. Gentie's the leader. Warren is number 2. Cam Ward's number 3. Hampton's 4. Ibuka is 5. Right now. The game is overlap. What am I doing the helmets? I'm going to do them while I announce. I'll do them in between the commercial break. 176, yep. I'll do them in between the, I'll do them in the commercial break. I've done it before. It'll be a just quick change. Basically, I throw the helmets down, I put the new ones in, it takes like 2 minutes. Because I have everything set up already. Like, I literally have Chargers helmets and Raiders helmets at my feet, ready to put them in when the time comes. Scat could win it. I don't know about that. I like him so far, but I don't think it's going to win. If everything collapses, Zach loses locker room, could we see a 3rd straight cat team poach a Bucks OC? I don't think Mike Brown's going to fire a coach. Especially without Burrow in the mix. Yeah, that was great. No, that was a great play design. Yeah, 5 is too low. We'll go up as we speak. I think so. Yeah, no, 7.5. So it's 7.5 minutes when I'm getting the helmets and they're in my closet. For a quick change, like I throw them at my feet. Yeah, like in Week in the Life, that was also a different setup. I had it was very unorganized. I literally have the helmets at my feet. If it's a regular setup, it takes about 7 or 10 minutes to do. Because I have the helmets in bins, and I have to take these out, place them back up, and then put them in. But here I don't worry about putting the helmets back where they should be. I worry about that later. So I just take them out. It's like a swat. It's like, swat the helmets down to the ground, then just put the helmets in. Right, it's not going to be Campbell. For the 20, and brought down at the 22-yard line. Good job there by the coverage team. And Noel, for the first time today, does not get out to the 35. Text the ball to 22. Could see top 2 offensive rookie of the year candidates tonight. We could. Yeah, Gentie's definitely been one of the favorites. He's definitely one of the favorites. Say Bucco or Warren. Maybe Ward as receivers that could catch. Maybe him and they can't catch. Yeah. The other thing is that if Russ gets benched, it could be Dart. And helmets break? No. No, they do not break. I'm very careful with the helmets in terms of that. They're very, very good. I've never had a helmet break. What is Bucco face like? I have to check. I'm not sure. To the bottom of the screen. Now motion stop the screen. Goes Noel. The give here and blown up at the line of scrimmage. Flag on the play. Check what it is. Was blown up by cgiulianihpu, the former first-round pick out of Pitt. What is this call here? It's on the offense. I think it was an illegal shift. Penalty will be declined. Brings up 2nd and 12. Jags have weird rotations on the defense. Are in place of run? No. No, they got rid of that. Thank God. Man, you throw your hands and swat your buck sex selves off the ground so gently taking them out would be for a great video. Yeah, I can show you what a quick change it's like. If I, like, record, I can show you what a quick change it's like. I'll do that. I'll press the record button and show you what a quick change it's like. To the top, to the bottom. Stroud, they send 4. Clean pocket, plenty of time now. Floats it up. It's caught wide open to the 35 as Hutchinson out of bounds to the 39-yard line. Xavier Hutchinson, his second grab of the day. When do you think Rossi clinches it? Ooh, definitely by Christmas. Thanksgiving, maybe? Hopefully by Thanksgiving. I think Christmas. We did a controversy video on NFL today this week. Hopefully I can find one. I should be able to. I should be able to find some stuff. I'll see what I can do. Probably finding the footage. Because a lot of the pregame shows are not, like, archived. For, like, future viewing. Stroud 6 for 8 tonight so far. One on the top, one on the bottom. Every driver's resulting in a score. They just get it off. Play action. Trying to go deep. Pressured off the edge. From the corner blitz. And Stroud going to have to just take off and run. Now he floats it up. It's incomplete. Wants a flag for PI and not going to get it. And they're going to say the tight end. I think Kate Arnold was the intended target. He just slipped. 2nd and 10. His survey tomorrow. Unless there's a dumb decision tonight. Yeah, I think so. Give it like an apology for last night. Yes, this one does feel good. Just trying to float it to the peel man. He's looking for Harrison Bryant. Number 88. Again, no Cade Stover. He's injured. Harrison Bryant, the former FAU man, the former Browns tight end. The intended target, but just couldn't maintain his balance. Brings up 2nd down. That was going to be huge if it didn't fall. Yes. That was going to be a gain of at least 20. 2nd down. Pump fake screen. Caught behind the line by Chubb. Chubb cannot make a man miss. Brought down by the legs by Winfield at the 41-yard line. 3rd and 9. Right, JJ dumb decision. Yes, the Michigan State one. I have to screen record that, so hopefully it comes out. And then I'll do a history video on JG8 too. I want to post every other day. The goal for JG8 going forward is every other day do something. That's the goal. I do have to do a JG9 news vid on the Fox situation with the start of the Giants-Cowboys game. So I have some JG9 news vids to do. Will the Chiefs have possible down year this year? Feels like Bills or Ravens to be the AFC champion. Yeah, this is Super Bowl or bust for the Bills. For the Bills, it's very rare for teams to be Super Bowl or bust. It is Super Bowl or bust for the Bills. Checks it down. Low throw, though. Incomplete. Dalton Schultz, not on the same page as CJ Stroud on that one. Threw it behind his man on the stick play. And the Texans will be forced to punt. First time we're seeing the punting team out there today for either side. And obviously, it's kind of a makeshift team right now for the Texans. No Tank Dell. We knew that going in. No Christian Kirk. No Stover. No Berrios. It's a lot of the guys having to step up right now. The punt here. Fielded and fair caught at the 12-yard line. Not a bad punt. 47 yards. No return on the play. Yeah, Dolphins are not going 11-6. Dolphins are going 12-5. They're not going 11-6. They're going to go 12-5. Ice House is packed. Yep. I get it. Yeah, hope Kansas okay. I like Kansas a lot. I thought his rookie season, I thought he was very underrated as a rookie. Like that playoff game, the playoff game he had against the Eagles was just masterful. 1 week tomorrow, the NFL said they want to flex Bills Pats. They're not flexing that game. They're not flexing Bills Pats. You probably knew going in the Pats would be 1-1 so far. You got the big market in Boston. Josh Allen's playing lights out. Bills are a great team. They're not flexing that game. In terms of the next game they could flex, New Era. This New Era is looking like AI. It's slop. It's somehow it was worse than the Jimmy Johnson one. Somehow regressed in 7 months. Like the Jimmy Johnson one, I can't believe I'm defending that one, but at least the Jimmy Johnson one, you couldn't tell the story that way. If you want to surprise Jimmy Johnson, you can't really do it without AI. And they traded him last week. Yeah, it was a good trade for the Jaguars. What games have I won? Just this one. I'm going to throw in the D-backs once that starts in like 2 hours. In terms of games, the next one that could flex out, I mean, it's not going to be for a while. I think we're going to see flex for a while. For Sunday Night Football, at least. Maybe Seahawks Commanders, depending on the Daniels injury, depending on that. But I doubt it. I mean, it should be fine, so I think they're going to keep that game on. Yeah, there's not really a flex that's going to happen. I mean, Broncos Commanders, maybe, but like Vikings Cowboys could if the Vikings are bad. Bengals Dolphins will get flexed. Bears Niners, I think, will get flexed. I think the Bears suck. Super Bowl indigenous Cambodians and Vietnamese. That's what champs means? Did not realize that. The Bucs get the ball start the second half. Won a long 9-minute drive last time. They're going to drive that long again. They can take it all the way down. Questionable turn with the pectoral injury. Hopefully he comes back. Hopefully he comes back. For a first-round pick out of Pitt. Mayfield under center. 2 drives, 2 touchdown passes. I formation here. Lamb as a fullback is Co. Gonna give it here to White. And on White's second carry of the game, he gets down to the 19-yard line. You got a 1-2 punch in Tampa where you can give Irving a breather if you need, and you could use White in certain things. It's very similar to the offense had last year. It's what William Cohen is doing right now with Tudor and Etienne in Jacksonville. It's a good 1-2 punch, and it's doing a lot on the Texans right now. Texans last week did a good job defending the run. 72 yards rushing by the Rams on 25 carries. So less than 3 yards a carry. Bucs are 4 yards carry last week, over 100 yards rushing. In a very good spot right now. Shepard in motion. They give up the middle once again. It goes to White. And White down to the 26-yard line. Brought down by Christian Harris. Gain of 7. Grassi starting the game stream late. Wait, he's not on right now? He's probably working on the scripted. That's probably why. He's probably working on scripted. That's my guess. Yeah, he's working on scripted. That's why. Because usually scripted comes out around like 7 o'clock at night. So, he'd probably have to work on that. Is he doing the late game? I'm not sure he's doing the late game. One on the top, one on the bottom. I'm assuming he is. Ibuka in motion. And I think there was a false start. Back it up 5 yards. They're going to be behind schedule. So why is on out? Yes, it is, yeah. And they will get Graham Barden, the left tackle on that one. Which I had is worse, New Era or the NFL Parade Float? Parade Float just because of the Rizzler baby. Follow us on Breaking Bad Sunday. Oh, man. Thinking Full House. Thinking Full House. Hot take, Dolphins can't win, the Buccaneers will win the Super Bowl. I mean, Bucs are a good team. WK2 maybe we should try to make Stroud drive half. Yes. First 15, they send 4. Checks it down to White, makes one man miss, but bottled up behind the line of scrimmage at the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2. Second and 17, Al Shire on the stop, but the main man, Sheldon Rankins. Fact check should come on around the float. Fact. The Bucs have really turned the running game around since 22. It was very different, yeah. Commercials never played. Well, it plays every NFL game because it's an NFL commercial. So they have to play it once a game. Second 17. I've come up for the floats on my head. Yep, me too. You got cards. I just don't trust the Cardinals right now. They have not impressed me at 2-0. Bring back the champ. It's here in Dilly Dilly. Well, Dilly Dilly is great. The champ is here is terrible. But Dilly Dilly, I enjoy that ad a lot. They send for Mayfield, third read, not there. Flag on the play. Probably in the area of holding, and that'll be declined if it is on Tampa. The sack there by Sheldon Rankins. He's been a menace today. But what's the call? Illegal use of hands to the face on the defense. Oh, that's a back-breaking penalty right there. Was going to be 3rd and 25. Instead, Dylan Horton going to get called for hands to the face. It's an automatic first down. Let's double check this. Nothing there, nothing there. And then he's grabbing the... yeah, right there. Yeah, he's got him right in the face mask. Yep. Nothing at the start. Was good at the start. And then just shoved his face mask, shoved his helmet, pushed his head back. And when the head goes back like that, they're going to call that every single time. So a free first down for Tampa. A back-breaking penalty right there. Second time they called for that. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Now motioning more to the top of the screen was Mike Evans. Handoff here up the middle. To the 27-yard line. Gain of 2 for White. Big Ben, a dilly elbow, yes. Cards from last year in the game in San Fran before injuries really kicked in. Yeah, I just don't trust the Cardinals in the second half right now. They're not finishing out games. They're not finishing games. I don't trust their offensive line at all. You know, Petrie's questionable to return for the Texans with a rib injury. Super Bowl or Buffalo? Who will win first? I think Buffalo. I think Buffalo's winning the Super Bowl this year. They're my pick from the start. Not changing it. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Now you got Bucky Irvin in the backfield to his left. Now motion close to the top goes Shepard. They send 4. Mayfield, second read not there. This time he'll go down, and I don't think there's any flags on this one. Pressure from the blind side. Danielle Hunter in his second year with the team. Fail code to succeed second time around. Mount Rushmore. Belichick, Carroll, Bowles. I'm not sure if Bowles would be on that one yet. I'm not sure Bowles will be on that one just yet. 3rd and about 16. That gets him 100 sacks. Crosses to the triple-digit mark. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Quick screen pass to Buka. Can he get a block? He cannot. Down to the 26, Alshire on the stop. And for the first time today, the Bucs only forced a punt with 3 minutes to go. Yeah, they can't remember his last season. Yep. In terms of failed coaches first time around and then doing well the second time, Mount Rushmore. Obviously Belichick. Obviously Carroll. The punt here by Dixon. Gets it off. His first punt of the game. Backpedaling. And feeling at the 15-yard line. Did he outkick his coverage? Yeah, not really. Down to the 30-yard line. So 40 yards of net. 100 sacks to Danielle Hunter. Danielle Hunter just got there. 40 yards of net on that one on about a 60-yard punt. Texan ball when we get back here. The hands to the face does not bite the Texans in the butt. Grosser Mighty Football's Week 3. Come on, man. I'm guessing he was working on scripted. I get it. Although he makes more money on streams than probably scripted. So I would do the stream. Vince Wright, the greatest coach of all time. Anyone says otherwise is wrong. I mean, I would agree with that. I don't know if anyone else says otherwise is wrong. I mean, Paul Brown was incredible. Paul Brown changed the game. Even if you don't want to go Belichick, Paul Brown is definitely a very good option for that. Be fun if Casey sucks this year. There's a real chance they start 1-3 with loss to the Chargers, Eagles, Ravens, and win against the Giants. I think they will. I think they will start 1-3. But then they'll start 2-3 because they'll beat the Jaguars. Oh, man. I remember listening to him. I do remember listening to him. What songs are here next week? Hopefully we hear some Duval music. But yeah, Fresh Prince or Always Say. That's going to be interesting. Kubiak count? I'm not sure Kubiak counts. I don't know what I count as a failed head coach. I don't think Kubiak would count. The Falls with the fiber. Appreciation, man. Which game do you want me to do? I'll get you on the call for it. Which game do you want for baseball? Worst team to get the Super Bowl. 79 Rams, 94 Chargers, 03 Panthers. Well, it's not the 03 Panthers. Or 08 Cardinals. The 79 Rams won a crap division. They got booed off their home field the final week of the season. And they had Ferragamo at quarterback. At least the Cardinals had Hall of Famer at quarterback who was playing well. I would say the Rams. I would say the Rams are the worst. Paul Brown's did back then. Everyone's basically doing the same thing. Yep. What would it take to not see a primetime game? Jaguars game. That's about, I got it. Yep. Jaguars game. That would be, or if I'm like sick. Like there have been a few times where I was like there was one where I like had a fever and I'm like, yeah, I can't do this game. It was like Steelers-Ravens 2 years ago. I was like getting checked out. And then I did the Colts-Texans game later. But that would be what it takes. I start saying, what's up, Jules? That would be, I mean, people do call me Jules. That is like a nickname for my last name. Yeah. Besides being sick and Jaguars, nothing. Nothing would nothing. Marv Levy, yeah, that one counts. Marv Levy counts. 100% Marv Levy. One of the top, two at the bottom. Handoff up the middle to the 35 and down to the 36. First carry of the day. One of the few carries, I should say, for Woody Marks. Mike Shanahan, I would count that, yeah, because he failed with the Raiders. Yeah, I'd say Shanahan, Carroll, Belichick, and Levy. I would say that. Yep, that'd be the list. 2nd and 4. They can take it all the way down. Meanwhile, Gadecki is out for the rest of the game. So you have to have Charlie Heck as your right tackle going forward. Those are overall quality of teams. Yeah, the Rams and Bucks both sucked. The Buccaneers were below 500 after starting 5-0. They looked terrible. Teams play Monday football practice on Sundays. Usually you're not practicing, but you're traveling on Sunday and you're in the hotel. You're going through like team meetings on Sunday. Yeah. Campbell? No, interims don't count. Interim coaches don't count. 2-minute warning. They have all their timeouts. Bowling Springs Dolphins beat the Bills. Well, for you it's a 0. For me it's a 9.5. It was a JULES. Oh man, I get what that's about. Just let me know which game you want the balls. I appreciate you, man, with the donation. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much, man. You guys come in hot today with donations. Again, everything counts as triple for you to make the call. I'm going to decide which game we are calling on Wednesday for baseball. I lost at 2:44 hours. Yep. And then the Niners fans stormed the field afterwards. Your bonus rate is 0. Teams watch against something? They can. They might have it like on in the background, but for the most part, it's a business trip. You're usually not watching. Maybe you're watching on the plane, but like team meetings, you're not. Oh, the AI video right now is at a 1 out of 10, so I appreciate you guys a ton on that one. If you've not seen the AI video, I linked the dumb decisions. That's pinned to the top. If you haven't seen the AI video, I threw that together. I was like, my voice is shot, but screw it, I got to get this out right now. 9-8, I could see it. I think 10 and 7. I think they'll get it figured out once everyone gets healthy, but I don't know about Kelsey anymore. I don't know. He is actively costing the team games at this point. Last year, he was a non-factor. Now he's a liability. Like, I think Kelsey might be done after this year. Every airline have NFL on their flights. Does every US airline have NFL on their... No, not everyone. Podsbets, right? Get you on Podsbets. Appreciate you, man. That counts as 5, so 15. Go in there. Not everyone. Like Spirit and Frontier, no, they have nothing on their flights. But like the major ones, they'll have terrestrial television. Some of them will. Some of them will have terrestrial television. JetBlue does. I think JetBlue had Red Zone back in the day. I don't think they have it anymore. Ever see 222 nothing? Yes, I've seen that video of the Georgia Tech Cumberland game. Yeah. Yeah, Spirit, Frontier, or Legion, anything like that. Yeah, Bull Squid, he can. Right, just for the inertia extension after granted. Absolutely. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Marks in the backfield, 2 is right. They send for Stroud. Second read not there. Going to take off a run. He's got the first with ease to the 40, 45, 50. Makes a man miss to the 45 and down to the 44. I'm going to say fiction on that one. Down to the 44-yard line. We'll call it a game, about 20. So first down for the Texans in range. Thoughts on McCarthy injury? We might have to start having to talk about McCarthy. That's 2 injuries in 2 games. Before he plays his 3rd game, I mean. Just had my video, watched it earlier, great video, and hilarious that it didn't fix the photos. Yeah, it's so funny too. So funny they don't fix them. It's like you literally had it right in some of the other ones. They send for Stroud, checks it down, it's caught by Schultz, his tight end, gets down to the 41, 2nd and 7. Oh, 222 nothing. I saw the thumbnail. I did see that thumbnail. I haven't seen the video, but I saw the video on Secret Base. The one that they did on the game. There was a flight during Bills Ravens where every TV was on the game except for one was on HBO. I mean, I get it. I would be the guy that puts it on HBO. Stroud sacked at the 50-yard line. Brought down there. 3rd and 16, and we'll see how the timeouts work here. Foxstar Blue Lords of Feather out. Yes, they did. 3rd and 16, timeout called by Tampa. That is an interesting timeout by Tampa. You get the ball to start the half. If you allow a first down here, if Houston has time, before you were going to keep it on the end zone, this is an interesting timeout. I don't hate it, but I would not have done it. I would not have done it here. If it was 4th down, yes. Yeah, they give these restaurants to Southwest does, yeah. Frontiers have TVs? Wow. Those were the days. But I would have on HBO, because the reason why is because if everyone else has the game on, you don't really need the audio to watch the game. You can watch the game. You can throw on something with the audio and like watch your show while watching the game. So I would throw on a different screen. Yeah, if everyone else had the Bills-Ravens game on, I would not have Bills-Ravens on. I would have like the VMAs on that night. I'd have VMAs on. Listen to that while watching the game. If that makes sense. 3rd down, one of the top 3 at the bottom. Stroud, they're going to send 6. Can he get there? Escapes, flushed out, fires on the run, and it's incomplete. McCollum on the coverage. Nico Collins, the intended target. No flags, and they forced to punt. I get it, trying to get points for the half. Yeah, I mean, it worked out. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think it's more the idea that if you didn't get, they could have called face mask on Howard. Tyus Howard easily could have gotten called for face mask there. So where they do that if you didn't call timeout, the worst case, I think, is that they get 3 points. They still have the lead go into the half with the ball in the second half. But if they did get the first down, they can move it down the field plenty of time. So I think that's what it would be. What is? Just have another game? Yes. Well, this is for Sunday Night Football, so there are no other games. But yeah, if someone else at CBS, I put on Fox. Yep. Build my own red zone in the row. Build my own red zone in the row. The punt here, 2nd straight punt for the Texans. And it will land in the end zone for a touchback, and that changes things. Only about 28 yards of net. Louder flight reviews lately? Ooh. I mean, Jeb Brooks is great. Jeb Brooks, if you want to go YouTube channel for that, Jeb Brooks is phenomenal. He just trains as well, but Jeb Brooks is great. He is such a nice guy on camera, and everyone's got good things to say about him. And also, he's local to Greensboro, so his local airport is the same one that I had from High Point. Right, if baseball game on to football, though, I'd have that on. That makes sense, yeah. I was watching HU every game of the year. No, I wasn't. Technically not. Because you could watch the game on someone else's TV. It's almost like, if I have, the audio on something, I'll throw on something else. You could have 2 screens on. People do that. I do that. On flights, I do that. Empty backfield here. I think they were not going to go quickly if it was inside the 10 on the punt, but now it's at the 20. You got breathing room, and timeout calls. Mike Evans gets 9. Mullins root for Reds or Cardinals, Stars, D-backs. Root for the Cardinals. Definitely Cardinals. And I would say root for the D-backs. Just watch your own TV. Just watch your own TV. Yeah, but everyone else is doing it. You could have a separate screen. I mean, you could still watch the game. I would have the VMAs on. I would watch performances, listen to that, and I would watch the game at the same time. Because again, you watch if you're watching the game, the play happens for 6 seconds, and then there's 40 seconds where there's not a play. You can go back and forth. It's not hard. The punt of the 90s, yeah, the Rams Saints punt, yeah. So yeah, the longest punt return in NFL history, a record that will never be broken. It will never be broken. That record. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. They send 4. Mayfield pressured, fires, and it's incomplete. Looking for Auden. Coverage there by To'o. 3rd and 1. Memphis collapse is an all-time collapse. Yes, it is. Flight was last February at 6 a.m. There was nothing to turn on. Yep. Yeah, just fade programming at that point. We got a tour from the Falls. If the A1 Chargers win the Freezer Bowl, do they beat the 49ers? I'm inclined to say no. I'm inclined to say no because the pass rush. I think after losing Fred Dean, that pass rush really suffered. So I'm inclined to say no on that. But the record can't be broken now. Yep. Unless you field upon the back of your own end zone. Unless you're done with the field upon your back of your own end zone. Third down. Mayfield going deep. Incomplete, looking for Mike Evans. 4th and 1, and they will punt this ball away. I will get you on the Mets game. The time is 46:07 for most time in front by Irvin. I appreciate you on the Falls. Just how I get to throw in the West. It could happen this year. I'm still going to say no, but this could be the year. If it's going to be a year, this is the year. The punt here takes a good bounce for Houston, and Tampa, do not touch this yet. Do not touch it yet. Let time come off the clock. 3 seconds. And I think they're just going to take an A. There's not much you can do in 3 seconds in this spot. Is that important, that guy? I mean, if you don't have an HBO subscription, you can watch it on a plane for free. Why not? 20 seconds switch time? No, because you're punting with 14. As long as you got the punt off, as long as you got it off and just let it roll, you're fine. Score Browns Packers. Packers 34, Browns 3. They'll take an A going to the half. Hang on, give me a second here, guys. Not penalty running his punter. Didn't look like it. He might have made some contact on the ball. So I don't think they're going to get running on that one. It's very hard to call running on a spot like that. You found some time on the Silverdome, that would have been a great Super Bowl. That would have been a phenomenal one. So Tampa gets the ball to start the half. They score a touchdown on the first 2 drives. Game kind of slowed down afterwards, but Bucs in front by 4, trying to start 2-0, get sole possession of the first in the NFC South. Texans, if they start 0-2, in some trouble with the Colts 2 games up already on that division. Do I have hope in the Browns defense? No, I have no hope in the Browns defense. It's pretty good. Do you see what happened last week against the Ravens? Are the intro shows you can watch and try binge them? Definitely do that on the flight. Yeah. I was probably one of the game the fast seatbelt sign was on. As long as they don't block the screen with like announcement in progress. Players get penalties for embellishment? They can, yes. It's rare, but they can get penalties for flopping. 10 p.m. kickoff, the latest East Coast kickoff that was planned. Yes, they have done. Well, actually, I think there might have been an 11 o'clock game back in the 70s. There might have been a Rams game back in the 70s that started at 11 o'clock. How's the game going? Bucs look good so far. It's slowed down a bit since the start of the, since midway through the second quarter. They did? Oh, boy. Well, that sucks. That you got the awareness as a pilot to be like, yeah, let's wait on that one. Let's wait. Oh, tonight? After the game, yes. After the game. After the game, I saw that. And that is a. I thought that's catch and fumble. He had control. He had control. How was CJ Stroud today? Inaccurate since the first drive. Been inaccurate since the first drive. How much Rays home game this year? They're the only team I haven't watched all year at home since June. Wow. You watched a lot of baseball then. Reason for all the scores because the Browns lots of turnovers. Browns defense is pretty good if you watch the game. Obviously, it's terrible. No, the defense is still not that good. Post 1 p.m. Eastern overtime. 1 a.m. Eastern, yeah. Right, but return that play was called by Young Joe Buck. It was. I believe it was. 14-9, you're going to have an intentional safety near the end. Wow, that's a bold prediction. But I like it. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out. Tell the channel, try to grow this community even more. We'll start the second half in 11 minutes' time. I'll do a quick change when the time comes. It's a very quick moving half, which, knock on wood. I mean, that half took less than 80 minutes to play, which I'm more than okay with. Obviously, it gives us more time to change for the Chargers-Raiders. I do not have an intro for Chargers-Raiders. Describe the stream talk as more of a hangout with the boys. That makes sense. I get it. Yeah, absolutely. It's very relaxed. We call the game. We just talk about random stuff while calling the game. So yeah, I would say that. I would say that's a pretty fair way of looking at it. Like play by play, but you're interacting with me. Cincinnati's total be 15 under that scenario, unless you're saying they miss 6 points. Yeah. It'd be 15. Yeah, it would be 15. Four sports in the fourth quarter. I don't know, because they don't want to have overlap with the games. They don't want to have overlap. Paintball, your helmet style movement is no control. Well, he took 2 steps. I think that was fine. I'm more inclined to go in favor of the defense. With how tough it is to play defense, I'm always on the side of the defense with that, for the most part. Yeah, Buck was able to rise above it? Yes. Well, he was so much like his dad, and he took himself too seriously, and then once he loosened up, he became really good. President Buff for the games anyway? Yeah. Max Keeble's big move? I like that movie growing up. I haven't seen it in like 20 years, but I like that. That was one of the classic DComs. That was a classic DCom movie. Yeah, appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel. So we try and grow this thing even more. Again, everything counts as triple. It's where you make the call. Again, how much decide which game we are calling. Let me just check the XP bonuses. Right now, Keller is in 3rd. Irvin's in 2nd. Okay, so let's check how this bonus would go. Yeah, the big turning point. Yeah, Minneapolis Miracle was the big turning point. He was already on a good stretch, but the turning point was that. Okay, so the Falls has the lead. Most time in front is Irvin. So that's 20 there. Plus 10. Because Irvin's in 2nd. And then 5. Right? Wait, hang on. Let me think about this one. Leader is the Falls. You get 20 for being in front for the most times. So 20 for Irvin. Irvin's also in 2nd, so that's 10, and then 5. So 20, 10, 5. That's 35. Yeah, there it is. Ever do a collab stream? I don't know. Hopefully at some point. The problem is that I can't do it on OBS unless I do like the weird Zoom thing. Like I don't have StreamYard. StreamYard can't do it as much. Is this kind of stupid? Oh boy. Is Bowers playing now? I think he is. Yes, I think he is. Broke my phone's LCD screen mean I'll be out of phone until at least Friday? Oh, that sucks. Screen cracked? I'm guessing the screen cracked. That sucks. So right now, that's how the XP looks in terms of the chart. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all you guys tune in for this. So if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Right now, we 65 on the Mets. It would be 63 on the Mariners. 83 muffins and 4 donuts. Oh, that's a lot of muffins and donuts. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That fills me. That fills me. Anything more than 2 donuts fills me. You know, have a baby food for 6 months for $1 million? I'd probably get sick. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not compromising my health. Ferris Bueller to stay off? It's good. A bit overrated, but it is good. There's some scenes that do drag kind of long. The parade scene drags on forever. But it is an iconic movie. It is a very iconic movie. I'm pretty sure I guys tuning in. Fat Boy Slim, baby. Fat Boy Slim. Let's go. When they announced the halftime show? It's a surprise. Romeo and Juliet Steal with a Kiss? I've not heard of that. I have not heard of that. That's, yeah. Yeah, I don't know when they're going to announce the Super Bowl 60 halftime show. Rain number 2 for Grossi is on Sinman's stream. All right. There's a baby. See, I have not seen that movie. I've not seen that. Oh, Spread's supposed to go to medicine, so muffins and donuts isn't too bad. Yeah, by comparison, yeah. Yeah, once the first stuck your head, it's very hard to get out. Very, very hard to get out. I'm pretty sure all you guys being here. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does help us out. It's on the channel. We try and grow this thing even more. And Chargers Raiders starting at 10 o'clock Eastern time. We on the call for that. Goodfellas or The Godfather? Oh, man, that's tough. That is tough. Yeah, Bauer's going to play tonight. Yeah. Was trying to do it. Right, was not trying to do it. Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah. Cal Craig's talking about the win. I would think so if you stay undefeated this long. The way your quarterback's playing, I think so. 3 Mississippi State players taking the first round of the draft. Who's the young one out? One of them was Ole Miss. They were all first-round picks. Abram is definitely not the right answer. Abram was a first-round pick at Mississippi State. I think Baker was Ole Miss. No, was Baker Georgia? I think Baker was Georgia. It's Baker. I think he was Georgia. I think DeAndre Baker was Georgia. So it's DeAndre Baker. More best, I feel better faster. Yep, it doesn't work like that. Thoughts on Jamel Hill? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. So the kids to 2006 American anime romantic fantasy comedy drama loosely following the play Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Never heard of that one. Used to make some play. I'm going to say fiction. It's a tough conference. It's a tough conference. Yeah, it was Baker. Yep, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. With ours is free on YouTube. I have to check that out. America never controlled the ball. I think he did. Again, but I'm more inclined to go in favor of the defense. I'm more inclined to go in favor of the defense. If it's close, I side with the defense. But that's just me. I thought he had control. Watching that play, you should have just fallen off a cliff. Remember short of gunslingers. Oh. I mean, slinging Sammy Baugh. I mean, that's in the name. Sammy Baugh. Favre. Baugh. You know, Josh Allen's getting up there, too. Josh Allen's getting up there. And... Yeah, Notre Dame ranked is diabolical. Yeah. Godfather is very good fellows, more from friends. Yes, I would agree with that. It's directed by former Disney animator. $2 million, that's it? Burrow Gunslinger? A little bit, yeah. A little bit. We're not glad to hit UCLA, yep. I don't blame you. Yeah, he was a huge flop. They had a lot of picks that year, and they did nothing. 3 first-round picks that year. Lawrence was very good, obviously. But the other 2, not so much. Is it single Sam Darnold? I am. Cash for ranked on Notre Dame? I think if you're 0-2, it's hard to justify being ranked. Dumbledore is very good. Because the problem is that we have to decide whether Notre Dame, if they win now, is going to make the playoff. Their schedule is a cupcake. Their schedule is a cupcake schedule. So I'm very terrified that they could make the playoff even with 2 losses. Why no hitters? A lot of, I think part of it is the shift not being as drastic as it used to be. Part of it is also pitch count. Guys are on a pitch count, so you're not going to have an opportunity for a no-hitter a lot of the time. Never heard of Big Bug Man. Favre, Baugh, Peyton, Allen. Yeah, I was thinking Peyton Manning for the other one. Yeah, I was thinking Peyton Manning. Where they could end up being really good. They could, but until you win a game, if you're 0-2, I can't really do it. If you're 0-2, I can't really put you in there. You know, 1 minute to start the second half. Again, pretty sure I guys tuning in. Did I put a pull up? I never put a pull up. Oh crap, hang on. I never put a pull up. My bad on that one. Bucks get the ball to start the half. The Bengals are cursed. What do you think started? Marshall and Burrowhead. If they're cursed, they've been cursed for a while. If they're cursed, I think it was the Cook injury back in the 60s. But in modern time, what started it? I would say Burrowhead. But if they lose to Purdue, they should be knocked out, yeah. But just think, if you're 0-2, it paves the way to them making the playoff with that schedule if they win out, which I'm not crazy about. See OG Sharpbank? At least he actually, like, won a game. At least they actually won an AFC Championship there. I think wins tonight's game. I think the Texans win. They ran out of money. Oh, that would explain why it's unreleased. That would explain that. Bucks get the ball. First 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, Texans even did beat Notre Dame. They did. 35-10, the Cotton Bowl. At least Trevor came out of nowhere. At least Burrowhead, they actually won games at Arrowhead. Sam Weish leaving? No, they had to get rid of Sam Weish. Weish was done by that point. He was not a good head coach. Then after how bad they were in 91, you had to move on. And Sam Weish has been dead for, I think, like 5 years now? What, he died in like 2020, I think. Absolute legend. Wasn't a great coach, but absolute legend. Kickoff fielded. Taken out to the 20, 25, and brought down the 28-yard line. So play by Sean Tucker. That's where the Bucks will take over the 28. Yeah, at least they won AFC Championship there, yeah. Masculine to for a convention? I don't think that's going to happen. Right? Anyone who knows me knows why I said yes. Temperature of the newly Corso, he's got to hang it up. He needs to hang up a while ago. Like at least 10 years ago. The fact that he's still trotting out is insane. Yeah, Derek Carr looked great on the YouTube broadcast. The way he broke down film, incredible. I think he'd be a phenomenal analyst. I have formation here to the top of the screen. The give goes to Irving. Irving breaks 1 tackle, brought down the 35-yard line, gain of 8. Al Shire on the stop. Calls him a lot today. 2nd and 3. My college football teams go winless. Ooh, UCLA, I think it was winless. I think Akron. I'm going to go 2. UCLA and Akron are the 2, I think. An anime version of Metropolis? I know Metropolis. I never heard the anime version of that. So I'm going to say 2 teams go winless. Motion to bomb the screen is a Buka. They give. Irving breaks 2 tackles and will get positive yardage. Could have been a loss of 2 and sets a gain of 1. Yeah, Honey Bears, Burrowhead, the Yacht, the Browns, and Terry. It's pretty much. Yeah, Cars Gruden was very good. Cars Gruden was really funny. He got the voice down pat, too. 3rd and 1. 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Empty backfield here. No backs in there despite needing 1 yard. Now you do have Bucky Irving in there. 2 Baker's right. 5 on the play clock. They get off. They're going to throw. Baker. Sideline. Slam pass. Caught. Shepard. First down. Gets by Petrie, who's back in the game. That's good to see for Texans fans. For he left with an injury earlier. Bad news for Texans fans. That's again a 6. It's a first down. Someone told you it's Super 48 that Brad showed somebody on the Fox 3 10 years later. What would I say? I would say how. I would say how on earth. Yeah, Keenum's really good. Play action. Wide open is Shepard. Back-to-back grabs for him. Mike Evans sits a block down the field. Gain of 7. The takedown there by Kalen Bullock. 2nd and 3. Watching ESPN Unlimited. Nice. Yeah, LSU will be 4-0 if they win on Saturday night. They will be. Or the Giants, yeah. Yes, the Giants, yeah. Yeah, probably not the smartest idea to do that before your playoff game. Irving brought down behind the line. They're going with a lot of tempo. And toe-to-toe on the stop. He's ready for that one. 3rd and 5. Bears are Christian Honey Bears retiring after Super Bowl 20. Yes. Fact. Bungles, Chris Cummings, Greg Cook injury, Bill Johnson, Dave Shula, Palmer, Perfect, Eli, Apple, Burrowhead, Lango, Bates. Seems that way. It's a pretty good timeline. 3rd and 5. Nine on the play clock. Got their last 3rd down. So a bit longer. Back to his right. Ibuka in motion. 2 at the bottom, 1 on the top. Baker takes a step. They said 4. Baker has time. Now flushed out. Tries to escape the sack. Cannot. He was brought down by Sheldon Rankins on the feet. And the Bucs have to punt for the 3rd straight drive. Brings up 4th and 9. About the Honey Bears. If the way they got rid of the Honey Bears was wrong. Baker Mayfield brought down for the second time today. Two guys covered one. They just forgot their assignment on Rankins, and Rankins able to just tap the knee. And Baker loses balance, falls down, and the Bucs have to punt this one away. Dixon on the punt. Takes a bounce at the 2 and goes into the end zone for a touchback. So not a great punt. 37 yards of net. The Texans take over the 20. All offense, all defense, yep. Texans defense does fly the ball. But yeah, I very appreciate it, Jacob. They basically shunned the Honey Bears. Yeah, that's a good name. It is a good name. Vikings first time on losing Super Bowl for the Chiefs, losing all subsequent appearances. Les Steckel, Walker, Anderson, kick. 2000 blowout. The 09 pick by Favre. Yeah. The Jets were yellow Sox to play Tampa Bay. Yes, and he is a champ at Super Bowl 23. Yes. Yes, he is. I mean, defenses are starting to play a lot better. The Bucs have kind of gone away from the run. To some extent, they were running the ball very, very well. They kind of got away from that. Hang on. Bears first time like everything after the Super Bowl. Probably accurate on that one. Probably accurate. They could have used 6 actual standstill people images. They could have. They absolutely could have. They decided not to, and it did not work out. Did not work out. Right, we can find pictures of Rodgers. Yeah, we have the technology. We have the technology to find pictures of Aaron Rodgers. It's not hard. It's not like he doesn't exist. I mean, that was really cool stuff. I guess how the Vikings simply lose. Yes. The fact they actually won a game like that. It's like, wait, what? Yeah, Super Bowl champ, baby. Who was excited? Green trash with wings or Buccaneers? It's gonna be a good game. I think the Bucs win. Worst Jags lost 99 title game, 2027 title game. Well, if we lose in 2027 title game, I'm not going to be too upset. I mean, that would be a good spot. But what was worse? 99 was the end of an era. 2017 was closer. I mean, 2017 was more heartbreaking in terms of, oh, we were that close. We were that close. Was that inaccurate? That's a good question. But I think, like, obviously playing your rival hurts. And it was the end of an era. Everyone knew, like, they were going to have to get rid of guys after that season because of the cap. That was, like, Super Bowl or bust that year. So I guess that, but also 17 was bad. Second 6. Handoff gain of 4. Jags curse. I discovered on TV. Everything after that. Urban Meyer. Everything after that. Part 2. Electric booth fall. Second and 6. Yeah, Bauer's officially active tonight. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Stroud. They send 5. Middle of the field. Slam pass caught. Nico Collins. Brought down at the 40. On the stop there for Tampa is Jacob Parrish, the 3rd round pick. A gain of 16. 2018, when the Colts went forward versus Texas overtime in their own territory, when that was 6 ever. No. Because you don't. I get what Reich was doing there. You don't want to play for a tie. I get it. If they punted the ball away, the game, they're not getting a win. I get it. I completely get it. I'm not going to fault him for that, for not playing for a tie. On the top, 1 on the bottom, handoff up the middle, and nothing doing. Paris is trying to keep the pile moving, trying to push his man, but nothing there. Bring up 2nd and 1. Bauer's going to halt me at 1 a.m. today when we score some winning touchdown. We'll see. Local and South End are Colts fans. Colts or Bears? It's either Colts or Bears. The Jags first time it starts, we'll lose on 3 at Titans. Yes, it does. And then it was all downhill. The power going out in 96 in the AFC Championship. The power going out. The Rockies cursed star when Dick Moffer was born. Probably not wrong on that one. Stroud, they send 4, trying to step up, rolling out, fakes the drag route, and now he's got to take off and run, and he'll get down to the 47-yard line, gain of 6. Yaya Diaby on the stop. 3rd and 3. What's serious value disappointing? Fuller House, perfect, good place. And fresh sprints. Oh, now you get the false. You're good. May have to have a call at night. See how the game's going, but I would stay up. Why not? He's only won 3 road playoff games. Crazy if they had to go on the road in 72 because of how stupid the format was back then. They should not have to go on the road. They should have hosted everything, but the format was weird back then. 3rd down at the 47-yard line. Yeah, power now for the Foxborough. USA Chris Semla, I was born. End of timeline. To the top, to the bottom. Stroud, second read not there. Has to avoid the sack. Cannot. Brought down by the legs of the 38-yard line. Pressure there off the edge on a corner blitz from Tyke Smith. And the Texans forced to punt. As down goes Stroud, so both teams starting their first drive, ending it on a sack. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Does help us out, tell the channel, or you can just get sacked again. There you go. Yeah, yes to that. Yeah. Yes. Bring out the baby bottle. Bring out the baby bottle. The Mariners were when they built the ballpark with 0 plumbing, yeah. When they became the pilots. Fair catch. Called for, but lets it go over his head and bounces out of bounds at the, let's see, the 8-yard line, maybe the 9. It's a good punt. 55 yards on the punt there by Tommy Townsend, the former Chief. No return on the play. Bucks 12 the 8 when we get back. Well, coaches get pass happy when the run is working. Ask Liam Cohen that. I don't know. I don't know why they... I guess they think, hey, we've established the run. Let's try and go deep down the field. They're going to not be expecting it. But then the problem is if you don't get it, you're now behind schedule. Now you can't run. Yeah, any qualifying quarterback finishes under 39.6. Yep, and Jaden McCarthy had that one. You guys say more of the Eagles or the Chiefs? I think more about... I think the Chiefs. I actually think the Chiefs. In terms of their offensive struggles. I think it's more about the Chiefs. The Chiefs versus Townsend. Townsend's been good for the Texans. He's been very good for them. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. Yeah, Sal was not ready. Clearly they were not ready. And it backfired in spectacular fashion. The SB doc on that is so good. The John Boy's doc on that is just phenomenal. Texans hire McDaniels or OC next season. I'm not sure they're going to fire their current OC. I mean, they just fired Silk. I'm not sure they're going to go 3 OCs in 3 years. I don't think you're going to. I'm going to say fiction. He will get a job as an OC somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know where it's going to be. BJ would have caught the 4th down last year. Yes, he would be wide open with the throw go to Tim Jones. Yes, that is true. He's down throwing his board end of timeline. Pretty much on that one. Got the bot, don't worry. Got the bot. I forgot to turn back subs only mode on. I just realized that. So, let's change that up. The Tyrant on Trevor Lawrence, it's just 2 guys who are competitive. That's all it was. I'm fine with it. It was 2 guys who were just very feisty and very competitive. When they stop altering and just go by record, I think 75 was when they started. 75 was when they started. Hang on, not that. You future ASU law professor interviewing both the Pilots to Milwaukee shortly after and the Brewers. You don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. Sorry, he never talked about how he got the Pilots in class. He never talked about moving the Pilots. Hand off here to Irving, and Irving will get down to the 10. I would have liked to pick his brain on that, but he never... I don't think it ever came up in discussion, never asked the question, so... That would have been nice to pick his brain on that. Gain of 2 on that one. Bolt drives ending in a punt to start this half. An explosive start to the game. Since then, it has calmed down a little bit. So a week before opening day, thus they couldn't have the new uniforms ready in time. Yeah, one of the just weirdest situations in terms of a team moving in baseball history. Buka motions him on the screen. Handoff again goes to Irving. He gets a block to the 15. Alshire going to bring him down at the 18. He falls forward for a first. It's a gain of 8. Can we become commissioner again? No, he is very old at this point. He has like an aide with him to help him like with hearing and whatnot. Lines are back like Daniel. Yeah, more doesn't work out. So far, so good though. I mean, the second game was a lot better. Goes back to San Fran. If they get rid of their OC, or if they decide they want to bring him back as a position coach, maybe, I don't know. He'll get an OC job somewhere. Might double Harris more often. I like him. Ibuka in motion to the top of the screen. The handoff once again. 3 straight gives up the middle to Irving, and another positive gain to the 21. You're just a number. You're depending on the thing. Depends on the thing. King's Curse timeline, yeah. The relocations, Donaghy definitely was part of the curse. Donaghy was part of the curse. So the Manfred, I'm inclined to agree on that. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Second and 7. Ball to 21. Mayfield under center, wants the top 2 at the bottom. Play action here. Going to throw for the first time to stride. Mayfield trying to buy some time. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. They're getting to him now. Again, it's a backup offensive line a lot of ways for the Buccaneers. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson on the stop. Acquired in that trade with the Eagles earlier in the offseason. Gets him by the leg, and Mayfield just tried to throw that underhanded as he was going down to his guy open the flat. Can't find him. Third down. I mean, East Coast Sky by like 7 p.m. primetime is a regular thing. I think it's perfect. I do like it. I do like it a lot. I would love 7 p.m. games and just you're done. You have the rest of the night to do whatever you want. I would love that. One top 3 at the bottom. Mayfield. Back shoulder broken up. Wants a flag. Not going to get it. Tight coverage there by Stingley on Mike Evans. Stingley playing very well so far today. A couple of pass breakups, and that one a very good one. The Bucs will be forced to punt. 4th straight drive for Tampa, ending in a punt. Stingley got a hand in there. Had to get rid of it quickly, too, with the pressure coming from Petrie. They'll have to punt this ball away. I didn't see a jump. The punt here by Dixon. Fielded, but no fair catch. It's a regret. It's a regret. At the 34-yard line, tackled right away. 45-yard punt. Loss of 1 on the return. Houston ball at the 34. Let's get into still another game left, and East Coast no time once it ends. Yes. I was just like a 1 game at 7. 1 game at 7. I would love that. Kubiak center. I don't think they're getting rid of him. I don't think they're getting rid of him. Cowboys Sweet Sleeper team? I don't trust their defense. I don't trust their defense. Next media dinner. In fact, I think media dinner. Breakfast dinner is great. Breakfast dinner is great. If you like what you hit the like button, subscribe. You got off the set really quickly, yeah. He's the son of Gary Kubiak. He's the son of Gary Kubiak, so yes. Yes, he's the brother of Clint, yes. Ball to 34 for Houston. If you like what you hit the like button, subscribe. Yeah, Palomalo was great time on the snap. Palomalo was so good at that. We got emojis in the chat as well for the teams playing tonight. So just keep that in mind. We also have videos dropping every day on the channel and JG8. We have 2 videos today on JG9. Click the link above to watch Liam Cohen's sim decision. And most recent video, Fox's AI catastrophe. With how bad their AI thing was. With Aaron Rodgers' tribute, I guess, if you want to call it that. Both been doing very well, so I appreciate you guys a ton on that one. YouTube movie channels like Mystery Side Paywall? No, so they have that. They have YouTube Red. How's it going, Manny? Welcome back. Oh, man, it's been a while. Appreciate you tuning in. You try to play in position? Yeah, maybe not DE, but yeah. I mean, they have YouTube Red. Only 2 emojis make room for other emojis. I have thought of that, yes. For some teams, you can get away with 2. Some I like having 3, but I have thought of that. First down the 33-yard line. Nothing but punts for the last 7 drives of the game. This one's going to start off with a gain of 3 to Marks. Right down the 36. Appreciate being here, Manny. Thank you for tuning in for this one. Welcome back. Hopefully everything's good by you. Yeah, but they have like YouTube Red where they have like YouTube original series and original content. Yeah, no, I'm okay. Yes, I'm okay. YouTube Red. So it turns out the back pain I was having, remember I was complaining about back pain for a while? It was like, your back does not get easier when you get older. Turns out that was a lie. Turns out it was my gallbladder. And it was just me passing gallstones. And it was that. So, Reed or Troy, I think Reed was the better safety. They send 6. Stroud flushed out to his weak side. Has to just throw this one away. And Will out of bounds, being pressured by basically everyone on the Bucs, including Logan Hall, number 90. And Gaines. Brings up 3rd down. Said about surgery to AI deserve the first ever demonstration about the broadcast, not the game itself. And what's crazy is they did it during the number 3 or number 4 broadcast of the day. It's not like they did it for the big broadcast. I can't do that for Packers because the team logo. I need Grossi. I don't need the cheese set. The cheese set I don't need because we have the cheese emojis anyways that you can use. But yeah, the surgery went well. I was back to normal, and everything seems good. It does get worse as you get older. It does, but it shouldn't be as bad as it was for me. 3rd down. Stroud pressure. Down he goes. Collapses at the 25-yard line. Levante David, one of the best defenders of all time in Buccaneers history. On the sack alongside the 5th-round pick, Elijah Roberts. Left to punt. Right, it does get worse as you get older, but, like, I was feeling like, oh, crap, if it's like this at 27, what's going to happen later? I feel like a kid again. Second later 2-0 feels like a dream. I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't believe it either. Want to challenge any challenge behind a paywall and no longer watch their content? Yeah, I get it. I think as long as you're doing the same stuff, like if you want to have like members only or like paywall exclusive content, I get that. The punt here fielded and brought down the 21-yard line. It's taking JJM level sacks. Yep. Like as long as you have like the same level of content, I'm fine with stuff behind a paywall. As long as you're keeping the same number of content up. Like let's say Nebula offered me a contract. Let's say Nebula was like, hey, we want you to do stuff for our platform. Like, I would do stuff for Nebula, but I would still have the same output on here. Like nothing would change here. It would just be added work. When you take stuff that you would have gotten before and you put it behind a paywall, that's the issue, yeah. That's the issue. Yeah, it depends. Like, as long as you give them the same stuff. Like, if it's like, I put out like 5 vids a week, let's say. Let's just say they put out 5 vids a week. And then I'm like, okay, I signed a contract with Nebula. I'm going to still put out 5 vids a week. And I'm going to have a new original series coming out on Nebula. I think that's a little bit different than that. What channel followed behind paywall? I don't think anyone did. There was some. I think there was... Oh, man, there was one, like... Oh, man, it backfired so miserably. They tried to create their own streaming service. It backfired so miserably. Yeah, I was just so ranked in O2. I'm not crazy about that. Not crazy about it. Who's worse, Texans or Bengals O-line? I think Texans. I think Texans O-line is worse. But I guess we're going to see. We play the Bengals O-line week 2. We're going to see what happens week 3 against the Texans. Keep advertising the Dolphins, Bills, Western. That they do. Okay, you see what it takes for the game. Every donation counts as triple. So where do you make the call? How much which game we're calling on Wednesday night for baseball? Padres, Mets, Yankees, Twins, Mariners, Royals, or Stros, Rangers. A 5 counts as 15, a 10 counts as 30. Right, I know Awaxis failed. Yeah, Awaxis, that was a scam. Remember, early access videos are questions and answers to past trivia, which hopefully, yeah. I hope it comes back. I really do. I want to find a platform that I can do it on YouTube. If I can do it on YouTube, that'll be what it is. It has to be on YouTube. And hopefully I can get it to work someday. Hopefully I can get it. ESPN DTC. I mean, I have everything with ESPN. I mean, I already have ESPN Plus, so I already have everything. I got the bot. One at the top, 4 at the bottom. Empty backfield here. They're going to send 5. Baker going deep. 1-on-1. Evans makes that play. Stingley on the coverage, and that time Evans wins the battle. Yes. Can't be worse than what they got right now. But Mike Evans on the grab, beats Stingley on the press. Wins at the line of scrimmage, and this time Mike Evans able to make the play. It's a fun matchup. Maybe one of the best corners in football going against one of the best receivers to ever do it. That time, Evans wins the battle, gain of 22 and a first down. Right now for long, yep. 4 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Mayfield going deep. Evans again, but overthrown. Stingley wins that one, incomplete. 95 from 200, he's not reaching that. As an environmental problem that utilizes a lot of energy, I think it depends. I think it depends. Right, the programs have to be exposed to, like, heinous stuff. They do. Second down. Like, depends, like, what you're... Like, if it's just, like, one thing, it's, like, the same as a Google search. Depends how often you're using it. Like, one person, it's not an issue. It's if a whole company is based on that. White bounces outside. He's got the first down with his legs. Pushed out by Alshire at the 45. It's a gain of 12 and a first down. Why Mike Evans never first team wide out for a season? Because he was in an era where you had Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, and then he had Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. So it's the stuff the people have to, like, program AI. How's it going, Zippy? Appreciate tuning in. Only tie game was Cardinals and Giants, 1983. My team is full of rookies doing good versus people actually try. No, the more rookies are doing good, the better. White makes a few moves, trucks a guy, still on his feet, down to the 36. Now they're establishing the ground game again. There should be a lot of lawsuits, yes. And Neil Donahue missed, I think, like 3 field goals at OT period. He was crap. Software in my book. Who, Antonio Brown? It's going to be tough. Guess we're going to get through whichever game is on the right, whichever game wins the donation total. Speaking of which, it's White. First down, trucks a guy down to the 20. Gain of 16. Joshua with a 5-er. Everyone is using your line to make memes now at McCarthy. Spiking the ball to the ground every single play. Would a better quarterback rating? Yes. Yeah, I don't think I was the first to coin that phrase, but it does get the point across. I think Alshire is down. He's been playing well today. Alshire the man down. On the tackle. Mike Evans, first foul Hall of Famer. Which game do you want, Joshua? Appreciate you, man. Joe Burrow's ready glass. It might be fact on that one. I mean, no, Akron can't beat anyone right now. First ballot, I would say yes. I don't know yet, but I would say yes. I think Evans is absolutely a Hall of Famer. I mean, not that I root for injuries, but if Alshire can't go next week against Jacksonville, it would not be the worst thing in the world. If Alshire can't go next week against Jacksonville, it would not be the worst thing in the world. Good list right now for top quarterbacks in the game. I put Mayfield above Daniels. Mayfield above Daniels. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, if he does play, yeah. Yeah, Lawrence is happy about that. McCarthy, yeah, he's taking a lot of sacks. McCarthy's taking a lot of sacks. He's probably the best one ever with the Washington Green Bay game, the 40-47 Classic, and then the worst. Maybe he's in the 5-7 range, yes. He's in the 5-7 range. Absolutely. Love or Hurts? Ooh. If he doesn't make mistakes, I like Love a bit better. But I think right now I'm going Hurts. I need to see a bit more from Love. So we'll check this one again. Now Shire. He got hit in the face. Got hit in the face. I think it should be okay. He just got hit to the face. Well, let's take a look at him. Brown saying adult quarterback. I mean, they had to get rid of Baker. I mean, he was immature in Cleveland. He was very mature in Cleveland. But replacing him with Deshaun Watson was a mistake. Yeah, big super sum for the quarterback class of 24. 3 for 3 against the Giants and 3 for 41 against the rest of the NFL. That's impressive. God, the Giants are cursed. In the pistol here, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Mayfield. Handoff here goes to his back. No gain. And that is, once again, Rachaad White having a nice drive so far. Yeah, it doesn't hurt my feelings on that one, yeah. I think he just got kicked in the face. He might be okay. I put Baker at 8, yes. I'm fine with that. Is the best team that has the least stability at quarterback from Larry Arizona? Yes, absolutely. I mean, they haven't had a quarterback start back-to-back seasons of a full season in forever. 2nd and 9, Mayfield, pump fake, fires back of the end zone, incomplete. Toe on the coverage. And a busy night tonight. Ibuka, the intended target. He's got 1 touchdown, but he can't get a second. 15 innings pitched, sub 1-2 area. Where's he placed Rookie of the Year? Man. There's no one playing well right now for Rookie of the Year for baseball. I mean, I think he's going to be top 3. I think top 3. I think small sample size, so I don't think he's going to have the... I don't think he's going to get a ton of votes. But there's no one really... It's not like the AL where you got a lot of good contenders. Sports are Hall of Fame with only 152 passing touchdowns because he was a quarterback. It was a different era back then. He was top. It was a top in a lot of categories. 3rd and 9. Mayfield going deep. End zone. Evans, one-handed. Can't make the grab. Stingley on the coverage. Yeah, Starr was playing in a different era where you didn't see guys throw a lot of passing touchdowns. Also, he won a lot. Chris Jones stretching that? Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, you lost the game. It's like, come on. Evans on Stingley. And Stingley not allowing any separation. Plays the ball. Uses the sideline as an extra defender. Good coverage there. And 49.2 will be rookie eligible next season. I might intentionally not play him then. If it was 49.2, I would intentionally not play him. 38-yard try. And we will not get points on this drive. It doinks off the right upright. It doinks off the right upright. Texans get the ball. McLaughlin misses the field goal. Texans get it. Or Packers number 3. That's the other thing, too. Ball the 27-yard line. Right, yeah, the Vikings have had a lot of quarterback instability over the years. His sign be fined for tampering. He basically forced the Jackson to the trade. No. Oh, man. The Falls now also has the most time in front. Line for 2 more starts the season. Yeah, I would not get him 50. Because don't they get a first-round pick? Rookie of the Year gets a first-round pick if he's on the roster at a certain time. So, I would not have him go 40. I would not have him go 50. I would try and win the Rookie of the Year next year. Has not been good first 2 weeks for kickers. It has not been. It has most definitely not been. So the Foles gets that bonus. He was a bad, yes. No, you don't make that trade. Draft day. Buccaneers got lucky last game because Koo forgot how to kick good field. Yes. Who was worse as coach? Star or Greg? Oh, easily Star. Easily Bart Star. Greg turned the Bengals around. He gave him he really turned that franchise around. Come on the float, baby. $14-10 the score, about a minute left to go in the third. Greg Jefferson Rookie of the Year votes in 2 straight seasons. Well, Jim Hark got a Rookie of the Year vote when he was not a rookie. He missed a 7-4 kick at home. You really shouldn't at this level. The Lions Ravens next week's going to be fun. That'll be a really fun game. I'm excited for that one. Falcons in the South? They could. If they run the ball like they did last week, they could. Stovall or Star? Who is worse? Probably Stovall. Both not good. Right, drop quarterbacks like Star and Unice in today's era put monster numbers. Yep, the game is a lot different. Jake Moody ever played in the NFL again? Yeah, he's on the practice squad. He's on the practice squad of the Bears right now. So, I think he will. At some point, the Bears will cut Santos, move on, and bring up Moody. The run here to the 30, down to the 35. Goes Chubb. 2nd and 2. Started anything with the picks if the hail trade ever happened? Probably would have. Probably could have. They did draft some good guys in the first round. They draft some talent. As means we know he's repeated Rookie of the Year. Yep. 2nd and 3. Ball to 35. 2 at the top of the screen. Stroud. Play action. Has time. Now it has no time. Flushed out. Fires on the run. Low throw into the dirt. But there's a flag in the secondary for defensive holding. Move it up 5 yards. Let's do the worst kickers in the NFL. Yes, they do. Yeah, I went on and made that trade everything. Yeah, hands to the face is the call. Legal contact. Automatic first down. They're going to get that one on Benjamin Morrison. The 2nd round pick. Out of Notre Dame. Is against rules for Rookie of the Year and 2 straight season players eligible? Probably it is. Probably it is. 17 seconds left in the third. No score by either side this quarter. Kickers succeed on their second tenure. Jason Myers. Gary Anderson. In the flat, caught first down at the 50. Dolan Schultz. If he was considering when the doing kick happens, yep. Go to the fourth, 14-10. Texans trying to drive. Derek Harvey jersey? I mean, you could. You could give me a jersey. It's, would I wear it? No. Quarterbacks are right. Howard, yes. They are. Not Harris didn't know games getting a tie. He did not. I feel like every year there's one player who doesn't know that game's getting in ties. Which is crazy. You would think he would know. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe to this episode on the channel. We'll try to grow this thing even more. If you like what you see, folks, again, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. It really does help us out. David Bryan, he had his moments at least. It was bad, but he had his moments. So that last miss by McLaughlin from inside 40. He was 1 for 2 last week. Missed from 44. Now misses this one from 38. So the guy who hit 94% of his kicks last year, 94% the year before that with the Bucs. So he's been good for Tampa, but off to a very shaky start this season. I do, Jacob, I do. After the Jags took Fowler, I was okay with it. I wanted Leonard Williams, but I was fine with Fowler. And once it's 9:34 left in the second quarter, it's been a while. Been a while. It has only happened once per ChatGPT, yes. Top rumors ever made, front office. Trading for Mark Brunell. Acquiring Jimmy Smith from the Cowboys. Not making a trade up for Curtis Enos and taking Fred Taylor instead. Taking Baselli first with your first overall pick. And I would say getting Calais Campbell in free agency. Buck Sanku. Mike Trout, baseball reference guy who has lacked memorable highlights in spite of his stats. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. There's no real like memorable plays with him. 0.67. So we have the fourth quarter. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys being here for this one. But I do get it. I mean, Trout is a good player. He's a Hall of Famer, first ballot easily. But yeah, obviously he did not play on like any like good teams. Doesn't have like that signature moment. I get it. Let's not go through many. Oh, thoughts on Lima Moon and Doug? Oh, haven't seen the new one. I've not seen the new one. Actually, no, mark him short. Right, like that one. Yeah, I mean, defensively. Yeah, defensively set some plays. Stroud checks it down. It's caught on the drag to the 40, 35, 30. Got some space, breaks it down to 25, and brought down to the 23-yard line. Outside the red zone here. Just outside the red zone go Jaden Higgins. The second-round pick out of Iowa State. His first grab of the day. Or it's not Trout's fault, yeah. Most you Ryan with the Bucks to hold on to this one. But that is true, 49ers. That is true. Ball to 23. It didn't go through, Jacob. The last one did not go through. Ball to 24. Six movie. I've not seen the trailer for that one. First down, handoff up the middle, and brought down behind the line at the 25-yard line. Brought down by the legs. Tyke Smith on the stop. I appreciate all you guys being here for this one. We're going to be live later for the game between the Chargers and the Raiders. I already said that number. I already said, I'm not saying it again. Second and 11 at the 25-yard line. Two at the top, one at the bottom. Back to his left. Stroud takes it. They send four. Trying to buy some time. Fires off his back foot. Tight throw incomplete. Looking for Nico Collins. It's tight coverage on the play. Found the alpha chat. Yes, we did. Tyke Smith. Or excuse me, Jacob Parrish on the stop. No, I already said it. 0.41. Remember Bruce Spann was on The Sopranos? Was it Clarence Clemens? Starting September 29th. Price is Right, Aaron Buzzer, the Barker. Ooh. Sure you're going to love that. Third and 11. One at the top, trips to the bottom. Back to his right. They just get it off. They send four. Stroud, time, middle of the field. Caught. To the 10 and down to the 8. Dolan Schultz. Until the corner picks it off, yes. I have no idea. I have no idea on that one. Ball at the 8-yard line. And the Bucs defense have been playing well since the opening two drives. Not great on this drive. Missed the field goal, and Houston's marched right down the field. Empty backfield here. Two at the top, two at the bottom. Stroud, they're going to send five. Slam pass caught. Nico Collins, touchdown to 2. Jamel Dean on the stop. Texans need 2 yards and 3 plays. Also in different pressing games. I'm excited for that one. That one I'm excited for. Nico Collins, just quick little 3-step drop. No one over the middle of the field. Had one-on-one coverage, and Nico's going to win that battle 10 times out of 10. Down to the 2. Second and goal. Stroud. Johnston in motion. The give to Chubb. Stopped behind the line. No gain. Third and goal. I've not seen credit card game. 3rd and goal at the 1. Laken Tomlinson could not set that block up. Pushed back at the point of attack. Forced Stroke to bounce outside and make him a stop. Was Vita Vea for a first-round pick out of Washington. One of the best in the game. 3rd and goal. Ball at the 1. 4-down territory here. Gubawale in the backfield. Stroud going to throw. Looking back of the end zone. Collins incomplete. Tight coverage there by Zion McCollum. I would say decision time here, but I don't think it's much of a decision. Color been a good proxy? No. Downfall NFL Fox stock? Maybe at some point. Maybe at some point. 4th and goal at the 1. I think they're going to leave the offense on the field. They should leave the offense on the field. There's no reason not to. And they will. Can the Bucs get one more stop? Maintain this. Good ball in the backfield. One at the top, one at the bottom. Now motioning toward the bottom of the screen. Goes Watson. Play action. Stroud looking back in the end zone. No flags. Incomplete. McCollum on the coverage. And the Bucs will take over. They throw 2 passes at the 1-yard line. And the Buccaneers will take over. Is Game Ball black? I think it might just be you. Goal line stand. They have to question. Going for it. Not going for it, but 2 passes at the 1. I don't know about that. One more 3 times. Good question. So if you're ready for the field goal, oh, I would have laughed so hard. Everything, wait, you wait for the flag fly? Yep, it doesn't fly this time. Nope. No dumb decision, but... No, obviously, it's not a dumb decision to go for. Obviously, you had to go for it there. It was more you throw on 3rd and 4th down at the 1-yard line. So just punching it in 2 times, like running 2 times to get 1 yard. Obviously, you have to go for it. Want to take the points? You don't take the points in that spot. Why would you take the points in that spot? You'd still be trailing, and the Bucs are pinned inside their own 1-yard line. It's the 4th quarter. You're not taking the points. The 1-yard line? No. Back pass plays at the 1. You have Power Back Chubb? Yeah, you would think. Yeah, it's not the going for it. I obviously had to go for it there. It's 3rd and 4th down throwing the ball. That's bizarre. Was Olivia in the stands? Wait, was Olivia going in the stands? Oh, or because Olivia. Oh, in the Vegas head. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Vegas is struggling very much with tourism right now. It's just so expensive now. Either us or the Jags from the South. You know, as long as it's not the Texans. People check UCF? Yep. That'll be an option potentially. Yep, Safe Farm Sim hosting that, yes. They're doing something tonight at the arena in Tempe. They're doing something at the arena in Tempe tonight. I don't think Strauss has a second contract with UCF this straight. I think he will, but he's definitely not what he was as a rookie. I wonder why it's so expensive now. Yeah, I wonder what it could be. It's ball at the 1-yard line. Bucks for the goal line stand. 11 minutes to go in this one. I formation here. Just have to get some breathing room on this drive. The handoff, and that'll be something. It's a gain of 3 to the 4-yard line. Paul Bar concession price for pizza and beverages on the strip. Yeah, the food's expensive. Obviously, the hotels are expensive. The casino, obviously. No safety dance. Nope. I don't want a safety dance for this one, at least. Jim Harbaugh looks like a short bit fly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all you guys being. If you like what you folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps out on the channel. We got emojis in the chat. We're going to flip out for the Chargers Raiders game as well. Still hit the beard. To the bottom. Now motioning to the top of the screen. Goes Cameron Johnson. Another handoff here. And this time stuffed at the line. Nothing doing. Christian Harris on the side. There's a flag on the play. It came late. The flag came late, and it might be on the tackle. It might be a face mask the way it got brought down. Let's check. Personal foul, face mask on the Texans. A back-breaking penalty right there. Had 3rd and long inside your own 5-yard line. It's a few bad penalties for Houston today as they got to stop. Yeah, Harris, no need to bring him down like that. Alshir's back in the game, by the way. Alshir's back in the game. First down at the 19-yard line. Ten and a half to go. Bucks have a lot of breathing room now. One at the top, 2 at the bottom. In the pistol here. Mayfield gives it off up the middle. 3 straight runs, and this one going nowhere. Gain of 1. Petrie on the stop. Johnson to demonstrated back-to-back throws at the 1-yard line. Was not the best move. I'm not sure we're going to do a video on it, but it was not the best move. Appreciate you, Johnster. Sure, the song that's half up is starting to forget about me by Simple Minds. Get you on the M scheme. More especially with CJ Stroud. He was good as a rookie, but it's not been that good since. I get it. I get the skepticism about CJ Stroud. I completely get it. Don't mind that the Texans play calling right there and haven't been able to run all game. You only need a yard. You only need 1 yard. Ball at 20. Johnson top of the screen. Play action here. Mayfield in the flat, incomplete. Looking there for Kate on in his tight end. Are we profile for 1 week? Yeah. What's their third one? They tried there. It didn't work. 3rd down. Big 3rd down here for Tampa. You get this. You can keep the clock moving. Get some more breathing room. Carroll with Rock Mills. He's a solid backup, but he's not the guy. He's a solid backup, though. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They used his helping strength and elsewhere. But they did. Mayfield stepping up, avoids the sack. He's got the first with his legs. To the 30, still going. 35 down to 37. Will Anderson on the stop. So they gave us 17 yards. Baker, we don't get it with the arm, does it with the legs. But Mr. Earl, they literally did that. They took Stroud, but then they took Will Anderson. And he's been very good for Houston. So they did that. Big run by Baker. So I can't even, say that with that. I thought Baker was in for a second there. Yes, everything, yes. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Have a seated rank higher than Mayfield? Yeah, Mayfield's way better. Broken up. Flag on the play, though. And Baker's pointing to the defense. Yeah, I think Mayfield's better than Stroud. Mayfield's pointing. There's something in the secondary, but we'll see what the call is. As it stands, loss of 1. For the pass, we're showing illegal hands to the face. Undisciplined defense right now by the Texans. That's 2 times they got to stop in a play. Results in a 1st down on a penalty. And that's going to keep the clock moving. They drafted Stroud? What? They drafted Will Anderson. So my 4th go. Yeah, sorry, Punch. Yes, I did see that. They traded up for Will Anderson. So they got their quarterback and they got Will Anderson. That was the whole plan. And looking at the top of the screen, there's a false start. That's a false start. Yeah, a little flinch there by Shepard. 5th best quarterback in the NFL. Hurts with Love and Mayfield not too far behind. Back it up 5 yards. Big around seems on. There's plenty of shock Pikachu. Well, I get where the Browns let him go. It's more just... Again, he would not have been good on Cleveland. He needed to mature. He was not mature in Cleveland. Obviously, the whole thing that happened with the Packers start, He was not mature. He needed to go. Now, replacing him with Watson was a different story, but he needed to move on. They give here to White, or Bucky Irving, I should say, down to the 41. We got the yardage back from the false start. So you could have used pick 2 on someone else? No, they would have used pick 2 on Anderson then. Would have used pick 2 on Anderson and then they wouldn't have made the trade up. That was the whole point. That was the whole point. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Mayfield, quick little hitch, caught. A Shepard at the 47-yard line. 3rd and 5. At the very least, this drive is going to flip the field. So as he was in Cleveland, I mean, he'd be wasted anywhere he's been because he sucks. I don't think it's wasted. It's not like they're wasting his talent. He has no talent. And Mills is a fine backup. You're not going anywhere with him, though. If Stroud's up for 2 games, he can win you 1. But 3rd and 3. Back to his left. Now back to his right as White motions. Takes the snap. They send for Mayfield. Step it up. He's run for 1 first down. The Stroud will lose the ball. And it's picked up by Tampa. He's down in some pain, too. That is Rachaad White, who is down. Brings up 4th. Am I losing my... No, because... okay, they traded up to get Will Anderson. They did not have that draft pick initially. They would not have traded up to do that. That wasn't even forced by Hunter. Mayfield just lost it. He tried to exchange it from his right hand to his left hand, and he punched it down himself. So he'll be punting away when we get back. Go see Dua Lipa on Saturday? Oh, have a great time. She puts on a good show. Yeah, Grassi's the curse since he started streaming the game. I don't think I was new for that time in football. Yeah, but in the Super Bowl. No, not in the Super Bowl. They did not have pick 2 and 3. They had pick 2. They traded up to get Will Anderson. They would not have done that. You're saying keep Mills and roll with and draft Will Anderson at number 2. Which they'd be way worse if they did that. Monday perfect. Yeah, I don't blame him for that one though. That one I don't blame him for. Trying to go for the ball, I don't hit that. Titanic commercial? I've not seen it. I've not seen the Titanic commercial. What's your Mills? No. Again, Stroud's better than Mills. It's not even close. It's not even close. They made the right call. They made the right call. How's it going, Power Nears of Carolina? How's it going, man? Appreciate you, man. Haven't looked at the second quarter. Haven't missed nothing. Yeah, it's been very interesting since the second quarter. I mean, first quarter was all score, and then it's been everything else. Are we worried about injury in general? I get that, yeah. I do get that. 4th and 8 to 44. Bucks will have to pump this one away. Chips or popcorn? Popcorn. Easily. Easily popcorn. Oh, that one. Oh, the horrible gone. Oh, that one. Oh, they play that so many times. I'm sick of it. They play a commercial. They play that for every commercial break during the preseason on NFL Plus. So I've seen it like 500 times at this point. I hate it. Yes. Okay, that one. Yes. So it's gonna be a 10:05 kick in the Bucks in the Raiders game. 10:05. For the kickoff there. So 4th and 8. Texans get back with about 6.5 to go. You wonder how many more chances Texans will have to possess the football. Down by 4. Got stuffed at the goal line last time. The punt here is blocked. The punt is blocked. That's going to help a lot. They've come close a few times today. Texans will start in plus territory. So the Bucs special teams has been atrocious. A missed field goal, a block punt. Texans take over in plus territory. Right around the 35-yard line. No running. No, if you block it, you can do whatever you want. There's no running if you get contact with the ball. Obviously, you block the ball there. There's no penalty. Johnson on the block. Texans take over on the plus side of the field. The whole point of that drive, the good thing about that drive was you could flip the field. Then you get points, you're going to flip the field starting at your own 1-yard line. Now you can't flip the field. Now it's too small in plus territory. You know, during these streams, yeah, at least I got rid of that arrogant, the arrogant nerd. That was a horrible ad. First down to 35. Stroud, middle of the field, behind his man. Oh, he had him. Had Hutchinson wide open. There's some second down. Right now they do block it. Bulls right down yet? Not yet. No. Not yet. Yeah, but old nighting during these long streams, I mean, I make it work. I find a way to make it work. It does save me money because I don't go out to, like, pizza places. 2nd and 10. Again, Chargers Raiders starting at 10:05 Eastern time. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Fullback in motion, handoff here, bottled up at the line, nothing doing. Nick Chubb going nowhere. Bucs have been pretty sharp on the ground, or against the ground game so far. Again, they only allowed about 2.4 yards per carry last week against Atlanta. Can they hold them to 3 here? Around second set should be illegal. I'm not a fan of it. A draw play I'm fine with. I'm not a fan of that. 3rd and 10. Texans just 2 for 8 on 3rd down today. Trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. Back to his left. They take it. They said 6. Stroud has to get rid of it. It's right. Oh my goodness. How do you not pick that off? Oh my goodness. Levante David. The easiest interception you'll see in your life, and he drops it. And the Texans will have a chance at 3. They send the house home when they get to Stroud to force out a field goal range. Throw it right to David, and somehow the amount of missed opportunities for Tampa today. The missed field goal, the dropped INT. 53 yards for Fairbairn. And that one is perfect. Oh my goodness. We get points for the first time in nearly 30 minutes of gameplay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's been eliminated about time. Took him long enough. One-point game. Bucs ball. They don't allow 7. Oh my goodness. I don't believe that. I have lights out. Yes, I do. I've got a light show now. Yeah, I don't know if hopefully we can get to both games at the same time. Hopefully we get to both at the same time. I'm not going to start Chargers Raiders until this game is done. I have no intro plan for Chargers Raiders because I don't think we're going to have enough time to do one. 3 Texas line respect to David. Yep. That was right in his hands. Hired Bobby Slick as OC. As head coach, yep. That lasted all of 1 season. That ball bounces in the end zone. And that'll be a touchback. So Bucs will get the 35. And if it lands in the end zone goes in, it's a touchback to 20. But this at the 35. It's easy to say no. We saw him when the Giants pick up TJ's 5th year. Yep. The Panthers will not pick up his 5th year. I think it'd be insane to do that. He's shown nothing. Mary's going to be coming up next. Bucs score touchdown, go for 2. I'm in that camp. Yes, I'm in the camp to go for 2. 10:05 for the Chargers Raiders game. The Buccaneers, probably with the way they've been running the ball today, the missed field goal, the block punt, they probably feel like they should be in front. Which drop pick was the worst ever? Probably Billups in Super Bowl 23. Town G9, Charters Raiders. That's it. That's the whole intro. Ball the 35. First down for the Bucs. Ibuka in motion. The toss play here. Irving got nothing. Thrown down at the line of scrimmage by Lassiter. Brings up second down. Yeah, Bulls. Yeah, I'm not crazy about Bulls. It's like a game manager. So teams are really good teams. Yep. When they try to spread him out wide, Ibuka can't set his block. Second down, 5 to go. Still anyone's game. 1 at the top, 2 in the bottom, 2 in the backfield. Takes the snap, they send 4. Baker, screen pass. Can he get blockers? Well, White makes a few miss, but we'll get a couple. We got a couple there brought down by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. A third about 8. Dallas team is a real team. Performance against Philly, performance against the Giants. I think Philly. Their defense is just not that good. Prescott's good. Their defense is just not that good. You both could execute over in terms of magic in game. It's not great. Third down. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Ibuka in motion. Mayfield takes step. They send 4. Baker has to get rid of it. Pressured. Hit by Anderson. The Bucs O-line has crumbled this half, and Will Anderson on the stop. That's going to be a quick 3 and out. Be a very quick 3 and out. This O-line is going to get Baker killed right now. 3.5 to go. Texans are going to get it back. Remember the last time these teams met, C.J. Stroud, they were trailing. Let him down the field a touchdown drive. Stroud, can he do it again? Deja vu from last time, 2 years ago. You do so line the Bucs were in the Stanley. Or special teams. Yeah, or special teams. The punt here, this time able to get it off. Angle to the 20. Makes a man miss. Gonna try to reverse the field. Oh, he's got space. The Bucs special team sucks. The Bucs special team should be embarrassed. Flag on the play, though. Might be coming back. But still. Even if it doesn't come back, the Bucs special teams should be embarrassed. Missed field goal, block punt. And a massive return. This might be coming back. If it does not, they're starting in field goal range. Let's see what the flag is. There is no foul. Of course there's not. The Bucs just suck that much. The Bucs just suck. No foul. Texans ball. Bucs have missed 3 points off a field goal. 3 points because they got a punt blocked, and 3 points there because they can't cover a punt. Fantastic. Fantastic. Gotta love how the AFC South teams are winning games off just teams being stupid on special teams. Colts Broncos yesterday. Lutz misses a field goal. They do leverage on the field goal. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Texans and the Colts about to win games off of just the worst special teams play you're going to see in your life. 3 minutes left, and now Houston can play the clock. Handoff here, up the middle, stuffed, 25-yard line. 2nd and 9. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Bounce to the south. I still have the Bucs to the south. Tampa will not be using their timeouts. Time is the friend of the Texans at this point. Friendlies, I like him. I like him, Tanner. Obviously, if Houston gets a first down, you gotta start taking timeouts if you're Tampa. This is insane. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Johnson in motion. They give up the middle. He's got the first down. Chubb, end zone, touchdown. Might be better that he scored. Might be better, actually, that he scored. But Nick Chubb finds the end zone. And it's 19-14. They'll go for 2, make it a 2-point game. Or they'll make it a 7-point game. Try to at least. Bucks at least will have time. The Bucks will at least have time to work with. But Nick Chubb finds the end zone. They'll have time to work with, though. We'll have time to work with. Come with it, too. Appreciate you, man. Get you on the Mariners. Yeah, they're going for 2. Well, because they're playing a division team. I don't want anyone in my division to win. Stroud, pressured, gets hit at the 12. So, they will not make it a 7-point game. And Keller's in front with that donation. Keller becomes the new leader. Hang on. Wrong thing. So hang on a second. Let me change that. Alright. So Keller... The Falls will have the most time in front. I'm not going to bother updating the clock because... With that, because it's not going to be... We're not going to be on stream for another 90 minutes. Obviously. Keller is now the leader in XP. So the Falls drops to second. Keller... So we take 20 off from there. 25. There we go. It's not like overhead now. It's good for ESPN. Kickoff here, fill in the landing zone, taken out to the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Cuts a mill to the 30 and brought down right around there. 2:04 to go, flag on the return. You're kidding me. You are actually kidding me. So this one's going to come back. It was the clock. I'd rather have the control this way, yeah. Demonstrating mirror might not be a bad idea. There's levels to it. Next money, it's full. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Holding on the return. It's amazing how much the Buccaneers suck on special teams. It's genuinely impressive. I thought the Broncos yesterday was bad. I thought the Broncos yesterday was a nightmare. They've done nothing right today. They've legit done nothing right on special teams. The only reason the Texans will win this game, if they do win, is special teams. Roll Tide with the 2 feels like a classic episode stuff for Bulls. It does. We'll see what you can do on Roll Tide. Appreciate you, man. Final play for 2-minute warning. Screen pass. Caught by Irving, and it will spin ahead to the 32, brought down by Alshire. First down. Which game do you want? Roll Tide. Appreciate you, man. Get you on the call for it. It's your source of 19, yes. Please Bucks win? I hope so. You want a poll or put it to a poll? Man, it's only counts as 2. It's only counts as a 2er because it's a poll. But should have slammed around the clock? No, not in that spot. Not in that spot. If they had... If it was past the 2-minute warning and they didn't have enough timeouts, yes. Actually, second blow on special teams. Yep. Surprised that Ramsteins at Angle? Yeah, I was a bit surprised with that. Bit surprised that Ramsteins was the number 2 matchup. Yeah, Virginia Tech UCL fired their coaches? Yes. Yes, they had to. Pryor had to go and Foster had to go. It just got out of hand for both these schools. Average ending field position is better than the Bucs? Yeah, because they're starting these drives in plus territory because the special teams is bad. I checked out? No, I haven't checked out. I'm just disgusted. I'm just angry. I haven't checked out. No, I'm just disgusted. I'm rooting for the Bucs, obviously. It's a Jaguar fan. Yeah, I did enjoy that reference. The average ending field position is because the Buccaneers have allowed 2 drives that started at the 30-yard line. I felt like we were potentially going to block in the back, but they do not. And one of the Texans scoring field position? That doesn't make sense because they both started. There was one started the Bucs 35, one started the Bucs 26. So, yeah, Lamar is a special team scoring error at this point. All right, we'll go 1-1 on each of the games with that tour. Baker drops back, checks it down the swing, stumbling ahead, back to the line of scrimmage. Is Irving. They have all their timeouts. Plenty of time, but it's not looking good for Tampa. Baker's have to engineer something special. Have not scored any points since the second drive of the game. Mayfield going deep. The direction of Evans and Stingley. Lockdown coverage there. 3rd down. Stingley's having a monster game today. It's games like this where you hate football. It's weeks like this where you hate football. Like nothing has gone right for Jacksonville this week. 3rd and 10. As soon as they blocked that punt, we all knew what was happening. 3rd and 10, one stop, 3 at the bottom. Mayfield takes a snap. They send 4. Mayfield flushed out, directing traffic, firing on the run across his body. Dropped, of course. Like Buka on the drop. Of course. Of course he drops it. Of course. It was open. Right in his hands. Good throw by Baker. Buka can't hold on to that one. Because why should anyone be able to do anything if the Jaguars need your help? Right in his hands. We go 4th down. They got to go for it. Got to get this off. They do. Baker, pressured, stepping up, escapes the sack. Somehow he's going to run for the first. And he will hurdle ahead to the 46. The pocket collapses, but he gets 14 out of it. They have it at midfield. A lot of drops the first 2 weeks, yep. Saw too many last game with the Jaguars. Ball at the 46. Not using their timeouts just yet. One of the top 2 at the bottom. Mayfield takes it. They send 4 this time. Baker has time. Checks it down. It's caught on the out route. Can he get out of bounds? He can. Gain of 8. On and on the grab. In plus territory. Jaguars' rule should start set to himself. Yeah. I think so, this rate. Baker with his legs. Good job stepping up. They've been forcing pressure today. Almost got to him that time. 46 seconds left. 52 seconds, I should say. At the 46. One at the top, one at the bottom, and a timeout called by Houston. They'll get their defense sorted out. Giants do pass well defense yesterday, considering Robert's kicker? A little bit, yes. You know we can hit from anything inside 70, so I think they were a bit too passive. Tampa's cooked. It's not pretty right now, but they are in plus territory at least, and they have their timeouts. They're not cooked, but it's not ideal. Ice cream's good. Ice cream is very good. Second and 2. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Mayfield, they send 4, pressured, gets rid of it on the drag, it's caught by Irving, juke move on Shire, gets the first, stays on his feet, still going down to the 23. It's a gain of 23 for Bucky Irving. At 42 seconds, the Bucs will call their first timeout. Bucky Irving making everyone miss. They thought it was going to go out of bounds. Instead, he jukes, gets the extra yardage, and makes everyone miss. Slippery on that one. Making the entire team miss. Make Jalen Petrie miss. Petrie was playing the sideline, thought he was going to go out of bounds, but instead Irving cuts up the field, makes Bullock miss, makes just about everyone miss, and Shire brings him down. And you easily could have gotten a horse collar tackle there on Barnett as well. He could have gone roughing the passer. Probably should have. Probably should have been roughing the passer. 42 seconds. Ball at the 23-yard line. Not over yet. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Evans motions at the top of the screen, guarded by Stingley. Baker takes it. They send 4. Pump fakes, fires in the flats, caught by his back, and Irving will get out of bounds. Was debating trying to get the extra yardage, but wisely steps out for a gain of 5. Yeah, really bad misdirect tackle. Yes, Sippy. Yes. We got a 20 from Kevin. Always find videos informative and enjoyable. Keep up the great work. I appreciate you a ton on that one. Thank you so much, man. Which game do you want me to do for baseball? Which game do you want me to do for baseball? I appreciate you, man. Which game do you want for baseball? I appreciate you a ton on that one, Kevin. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Did not see that coming. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Which game do you want? 2nd and 5. Mayfield. Middle of the field. Caught at the 7. It's Mike Evans. And then we got another 3er from Gutmana. I'm getting for that one spot. This happened. All good. So looking for number 2. Why not? Why not? I like the competitive attitude. I love the competitive attitude. They go quickly. Here we go. First and goal. 15 seconds. Mayfield takes the snap. Going. Out route. Caught. Out of bounds at the 2. 9 seconds left. I got Gutmana on the Mets. Which game do you want? Kevin, I'll get you on the call for that one. Appreciate you a ton on that. Yeah, Gutmana's in 2nd. For the XP. I'll figure out the bonuses in a little bit. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Zippy. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. So sorry to hear that. 2nd and goal. Ball at the 2. If you got 2 timeouts, have time for 2, maybe 3 plays. 9 seconds. And a timeout will be called by... Oh, no, it took it. Houston. They have 1 left. Yeah, we think Houston would call timeout a lot sooner. You think Houston called timeout a lot sooner than that? Definitely is. Definitely is. You got to call timeout a lot sooner than that, obviously. Because there's a finite end to this drive. You want to get the ball back. The time for Tampa is irrelevant. They're gonna have time to run their plays. Which game do you want, Kevin? Otherwise, I'll just put it to a vote on the next stream. We'll be live for the Chargers Raiders game after this as well, so be sure you're here for that. 2 at the top of the screen. I formation. Motioning is Auden. Handoff. Up the middle. Touchdown, Tampa! Touchdown, Tampa! With 6 seconds left! Rachaad White! The price is right on that one! Tampa takes a 20-19 lead! Touchdown for the Bucs! Rachaad White caps off a beautiful drive that included a 4th down conversion. And the Buccaneers are 6 seconds away from doing this. They have Never won a game in Houston. 0-3 against the Texans lifetime. Have not beaten the Texans since 2003. Bucks straight ball 2-point conversion. They cannot. And Tampa's going to burn their final timeout here. Or one timeout. They'll have one timeout left. You pick her, take it the other way? Yep. Wow. Oh, wow. I mean, this is in January 7th. No, this time we got Hunter. Somebody got Hunter. Well, the Oilers, they've not won a game in Houston, period. Even the Oilers. Never won down here. And we'll be live after this for the Chargers-Raiders game. Now, you don't need to need the 2-point conversion because obviously one play again to field goal range. Mayfield, there's not anything stupid here. He'll throw it incomplete. 20-19. Obviously, you do not kick it in the end zone. You want to go in the landing zone. Just hope for the best. You don't want Houston to have a time to drop a play because Fairbairn's got a strong leg. Had that big kick against Buffalo last year. Squibble, you can't squib it because it has to land inside the 20. You can't really squib it. You want to be in the landing zone. You can't squib it. $20 going on one of those games. You want to do a week 16 comments over 2, but it was risky. Yeah, I get it here because Fairbairn's got a strong leg. Fairbairn's leg is really good. And obviously, if this does go, let's say, they use the field. What was I gonna say? If this kick, let's say, goes in the end zone or there's a misplay or whatnot, they start the 35. Texans get 20 yards. They have a middle of the field to work with. You can kick a field goal. So I get going for 2 there and not just falling on it. Here we go. One last chance. Padres-Mets wins that poll, so $20 going there. The kickoff here lands at the 4. They got to go. To the 20. 25 brought down at the 33-yard line. That's going to do it. Tampa wins it. Tampa comes back from behind and takes it 20-19. The Buccaneers win. They go to 2-0, first place in the South. Texans drop to 0-2. Tampa gets the win. I'll figure out the XP stuff. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. I'm going to link the Chargers-Raiders stream. We'll start that. Heartbreaking loss for Houston. As they start 0-2, the Strouds are mad. They will be livid. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me just link the stream and I'll pin that. Chargers-Raiders stream on here. Why don't you go down with 6 seconds left? And you don't have a lot of options there. You really don't. Pirates life for me, baby. Pirates life for me. All right, in terms of the XP, Kevin got the bonus, but it doesn't matter on that because there was no, it's not that, so there's only 35 to go around on this one. 35 to go around on this one. The Falls wanted that game. Gamana wanted the Mets. Keller wanted that, so I think that stays the same. Is that the same? No, hang on. It doesn't matter about the bot. Hang on. I'm going to sign off here. Just give me a second. Let me figure out the bonuses. Kevin, there was no vote on. Gamana wanted Mets, obviously. He was second. That's a 10-point bonus. Keller wanted that. That's 3. And yeah, that's what that is. We'll call it a tie with the bonus. So it was a bit weird. All right, I'm going to sign off here. Quick look about the Chargers. See you guys in just a little bit.